CVC TV pregame show. We are live in our studios.
Yeah.
Or I should say live or tape, because 30 minutes from now, we will actually be live at Lakeside High School, where Ashtabula Lakeside is going to host the West Geauga Wolverines here today on the CVC TV Game of the Week. Hello, everybody. I'm here with the play-by-play guy, Kyle Cordell. I'm Double A Anthony Alford. It's great to have you with us live from our LPV studio productions and CVC TV studio. And I'll tell you what, Kyle, a game here coming up tonight where, hey, both teams, very talented, a lot of young talent, could use this W here tonight.
I'll tell you what, even talking to Coach Rosati on the West G side, obviously making the trek over to Ashtabula Lakeside for this game tonight, he's kind of upset about the season so far. A little bit of a hand in the face, a little bit kind of like, what are we doing? He told me, and obviously we're going to hear from him in a little bit here, that, hey, you know what? We just have to get things going on offense. Talk about a rough season so far. They've yet to score more than 15 points in a game through the first 3 weeks. This is an opportunity against a team they beat last year by multiple touchdowns to try and step up and make some plays. He's going to rely a lot, obviously, on his junior and senior leadership. He's got technically 10 seniors on the roster, but only 5 that are going to suit up tonight. So relying on those 5 seniors to really step up and carry the load on offense and on defense is going to be really important for them to do that.
It will be, and I'll tell you what, we were at Lakeside a year ago.
Yeah.
And I remember first off, when we went there, we had an unbelievable marching band show. So I will say that.
So we're looking forward to halftime is what you're saying.
I'm looking very much forward to halftime. But the game itself, and I'll tell you what, they had an unbelievable offensive attack. They faced Jefferson area a year ago, which we had on CVC TV, and their big play threat ability. And I remember from last year, they had an unbelievable sophomore class. So this is just a young team that has another year of football, under their belts. And I think today they're going to be ready to go.
I'm really excited to see this Lakeside team. I know, obviously, week one, it's been tough the past few weeks. It's kind of like West Geauga, too. They kind of front-load these schedules to really challenge the kids early on in the season. But now we start talking about playing some familiar teams you're more used to, teams that kind of are more kind of likened to your skill level. This has all intents and purposes of being a fantastic game. And Lakeside does have the skill players to try and break some things open and make this maybe a 2-score game. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We got more pregame coming up as we count you down to kickoff. From Ashtabula, Lakeside Dragons hosting the West Geauga Wolverines. We're going to hear from the coaches. But coming up in just a little bit, we got to talk about the classic from last week. We had the honor and privilege. And you saw it on CVC TV right here last week. Our most viewed broadcast. People from all over the state watch Kirtland and Perry, 2 defending state champions. We'll talk about that coming up. And you'll hear from the coaches for tonight's game. All coming up. She count you down to kickoff. It is the pregame show right here on CVC. Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery is this year's title sponsor for CVC TV. Their practice diagnoses and treats facial pain and injuries, and also offers a full range of dental implants and bone grafting procedures. Look no further than the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for all of your oral surgery and cosmetic surgery needs. Please visit their website at www.ohsurgery.com. That's ohsurgery.com.
Coach Rosati, well, listen, thank you so much for giving me some of your time today to kind of gear up already towards week 4. It's crazy to think we're almost halfway through the regular season already for high school football, man. But just going to give me your thoughts so far on the team this year. I know, obviously, week 1, a tough loss, 2-point loss, right, to Chagrin, and then obviously past couple weeks, tough games for you guys. But just where your head's at as you move into your week 4 matchup this coming week against Lakeside.
Yeah, it's been a tough go for us to this point. Obviously, we had a very disappointing loss to Sugar Falls early on, and then we played really two quality football teams in Kent and Aurora. So we're struggling, but we're trying to get better every day, and we look at Lakeside as a really good challenge, and we're excited to go over and compete.
You know, Coach, one of the things I've noticed over the past few years, and I think this probably holds true throughout even longer for this point, but you guys really seem to schedule some tough teams at the beginning of the season. Is there a method to that madness to try and get you guys ready for conference play and to kind of have that mindset of, hey, we face some really tough competition to prepare us for later in the season? Is that maybe why we've seen some of these games early in the year the past few years?
Oh, yes, that's part of it. Obviously, the better competition you play, the higher expectations that you're trying to set for your kids to play elite teams. But also, I was at West Geauga for 18 years prior to going to Perry, and then now coming back to West Geauga. These are the teams that we used to play, and they were big rivals for West Geauga. And in order for us to become a legitimate football program again, we expect to be able to compete with teams like that. And the only way you're going to be able to do it is actually lining up and trying. So that's why we schedule those types of teams.
And Coach, you mentioned obviously you've been coaching Northeast Ohio for a long time, and you've seen success, and you've seen some seasons that have been challenging too. One thing that doesn't change is dealing with young men, dealing with kids, obviously, and their reaction to kind of the ups and downs of a season, good and bad. Can you kind of talk about how you've been able to keep their spirits up, keep their minds on the next game as you guys have struggled so far to start the season?
Well, it's tough. It's not an easy thing to do. Kids, obviously, especially in today's day and age, they want to see success, and when you're struggling, it's tough to try to keep everybody together. But when you develop the right types of relationships with kids, and they understand that we have their best interests in mind, and we're in this together, it becomes much easier to deal with.
And I think I counted about a dozen or so seniors on this squad too this year, Coach. How is it important for it to have guys like that, extensions of you, essentially, leaders, upperclassmen in that locker room, to kind of keep that message positive and keep the guys moving in the right direction?
Well, we only have 10 seniors on our roster, and this week I think we're only going to have 5 that are actually going to play in the game. So leadership is definitely a key component to things, and we have some juniors that are stepping up too in leadership roles. So leadership is definitely very, very important. And like I said, we have a smaller senior class, and unfortunately, like I said, we're going to go in with 5 seniors into the game this week. So we do have our challenges, and leadership is a big part of it, and we're trying to develop leaders as we speak. So.
Oh, definitely, Coach. It's a never-ending process, right? Trying to make sure you get your guys in a spot where you feel comfortable and they can obviously take the reins when they're on the field and be able to execute the game plan you have set for them too. So let's talk about Lakeside too. They've had an up and down season as well. They're 1-2 on the year. Thoughts that you have for them, what you're looking for, and kind of the game plan against trying to stop them on their home turf?
Sure, it's going to be a challenge to compete with Lakeside. They have some very, very good backs and kids that can go coast to coast at any point in time. So it's going to be a real challenge for us to try to contain these guys.
And Coach, one last question, obviously, I'll let you go again. I appreciate your time this morning. What you're going to say to the guys? I always like asking coaches their mindset right before you head out of the tunnel, before you head onto the field. It's almost game time. We'll call it like 6:55, almost 7 o'clock on Friday night. What are you saying to the guys to get them ready? The last things you're saying before this game starts? Basically,
it's going to come down to it. It's time that we step up and do what we have to do. We need to win, and the time has come that we need to start to string together some wins, some victories, and the time is now. So there's no turning back. We have to go win this football game.
Awesome. Well, Coach, listen, I appreciate your time, and of course, best of luck as you move forward through this game and the rest of the year. We'll make sure we catch up with you on the field before the game, and thanks again.
Great, Kyle. Thank you very much.
Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery is this year's title sponsor for CVC TV. Their practice diagnoses and treats facial pain and injuries, and also offers a full range of dental implants and bone grafting procedures. Look no further than the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for all of your oral surgery and cosmetic surgery needs. Please visit their website at www.ohsurgery.com. That's ohsurgery.com. And we are back as we continue to get you set and ready. Double A Anthony Alford, Kyle Cornell here with you. Lakeside Dragons getting ready to host the West Geauga Wolverines. Yes.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. That's why they just say West G. That's why I shorted up. It says West G, all ready to go. I'll tell you what. The weather today is going to be better than it was last week.
Well, I mean, that's, drop in the pan, obvious. Yeah, I mean, you could see it in the film last week when you watched, which we know a lot of you did, obviously, last week, watched that matchup between two of the best teams in Northeast Ohio. And AA, we've had the pleasure of obviously knowing each other for a better part of a decade now. And I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. I've been calling games, obviously, originally in Cuyahoga County. We've been gracious enough to move over to the CVC now and be able to have this opportunity to call games with you on this level. Honestly, probably the best game I've ever called in my entire life. So happy to have you next to me during that call as well, man. That was insane, to say the least. And if you haven't seen it, hey, after watching the game today, go back, take a look at it. It was an awesome game. Even just watch the fourth quarter into the 1, 2, or even third overtime. I mean, fantastic game between two teams we mentioned that are going to be obviously playing for a lot come November and in December possibly too.
The craziest thing about that game last week, on YouTube, we host our Side Hustle Wrestling podcast during the week. Make sure you follow that. Side Hustle Podcast 216 plug. But one thing that's interesting, on YouTube, you have to put in chapters just to see hey, what part of the game are we at? Within each quarter, honestly, the first 4 minutes of the game last week, where you had a big play, Laverty had the big run, and then the strip fumble from behind, which Laverty almost scored, from that. You had all those things, and then Kyle, you mentioned already the overtime. The 3 overtimes just told a story itself. 2 defending state champions. But the cool thing about this matchup, we said, Coach Getzwitz of Perry said last week, by 10 o'clock, and I guess he meant 10 o'clock last week, both teams are going to know where they measure up, and they're going to root for each other, going forward. But so many storylines. You're 100% right, Kyle. Of all the high school games we have both covered over the years,
I mean,
man,
my God.
My goodness.
And you almost wonder, if the conditions were they are going to be tonight
Mm-hmm.
at Ashtabula Lakeside. I mean, Perry had 5, 6, 7 drop balls in that game, a couple for touchdowns. You almost wonder, they catch those if it's dry conditions, if it's perfect conditions like we're seeing tonight. I mean, we could be having a totally different conversation about Perry possibly back-to-back wins against a Kirtland team that is considered top 10 in the entire state at one point, too. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like we said, both those teams, bright futures, not only, of course, for this year, but you talk about Laverty only being a junior and some of these guys in this team that are going to keep progressing going forward. Kirtland's obviously not going anywhere. I don't think Perry is either. I think they're really talented.
2 teams with a bright future, including 2 teams with a bright future competing tonight, West G and Lakeside. Coming at you in just a little bit more. The pregame show right after this. Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery is this year's title sponsor for CVC TV. Their practice diagnoses and treats facial pain and injuries, and also offers a full range of dental implants and bone grafting procedures. Look no further than the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery for all of your oral surgery and cosmetic surgery needs. Please visit their website at www.ohsurgery.com. That's ohsurgery.com.
So, Tim, listen, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time as we kind of prepare for week 4 already. The season's already flying by at this point. But let's dive in. It's been an up and down season, I think, to say at least the early part here for the most part for you guys. Started off with a great win in week 1, and the past 2 weeks have been a little bit of a struggle. Just kind of tell me how the guys are feeling, how you're feeling as we move into the near halfway point of the regular season here in high school football.
Well, I can say, first and foremost, thanks for interviewing us, giving us the time. For the most part, I think we're just in the process of growing. We're trying to change a lot of things all at once. I just told the guys the other day, hey guys, when you go to a nice neighborhood, no one really looks at the foundation of the houses. So it's the ugly part, it's the gray area. No one really wants it's the minutia. It's all the things that that no one cares about. Those are the things that we have to get better at. And once we get those things, once we get our foundation better, then we can start building this house. So the guys have bought in. They understood we're going to make some mistakes. I think us as the adults, we were moving a little bit faster than we should have. And we're learning through this process, and now we know what we did good and what we did bad, and we're just gonna keep fixing what we did wrong, and keep building on what we did right.
Coach, I mean, we were talking to you last year too, and I was kind of saying mindset like, hey, we're trying to build something here that's going to be long lasting. That's going to be able to kind of show on the field as we move through, and these guys get older and better. It was a sophomore class last year. We're excited about now, obviously, some juniors that are impact players on your team. Talk about them. Talk about the growth and leadership you've seen from that class, and obviously the seniors you have too definitely step up, I'm sure, for you and make their voices heard in that locker room. But you were excited, obviously, last year about the sophomores. Let's talk more about the juniors now and what they've been bringing to the table.
Now that you guys are juniors, this is my first season here, but coaching in junior high. But with them growing to being juniors, they've been phenomenal leaders. They lead by example. A few of them do have voices. That's the part that they're growing in, but by example, they're the first ones in the weight room. They're the last ones to leave the locker room. They're the leaders in the group text messages. They're the leaders in the snap messages to make sure everybody's getting the messages that need to be done. These guys are buying into a program that, like I said, we just left the junior high game, and there was probably about 15 guys still there. We ended practice at 6. So there was still about 15, 20 guys there cheering on the junior high school. Saturday afternoons, there's 5, 6, 10 of them at the JV game. I mean, there's the whole team at the JV game, and then there's 5, 6 to 10 of them that stay for the youth game. So they're all buying into this whole program thing that we're trying to do.
I would say so. Even the roster size for some schools, they kind of have some problems with getting some kids out to play. From what I'm seeing, Coach, and correct me if I'm wrong here too with that, but you guys have a pretty good sized roster, and you got a lot of kids that are bought in, some underclassmen too. You kind of talked about the youth, the program itself, and building from essentially when you first kind of come in and you start to play football as a kid. So right now, when you're in high school and obviously at a different level, I mean, it seems like the program there is got some good skills, or building something special.
Well, we believe in that attitude, one brick at a time. But that's basically where our mindset is right now. These young guys are coming in. We had a freshman signing day, first time in our school's history. We had those guys signed a letter of commitment to play for Lakeside High School when they were in 8th grade. Their last right after Christmas, and they bought into that. There was 31 kids who signed that contract that day, and we still have 27 of them. So I think that's the key, letting them know that we care about them early. We know we care about them more than just football aspect. We have a study table that we do every day. If you have less than 3.0, you automatically have to go to the study table. But if you have over a 3.0, we expect you to be there helping or getting to a 4.0. And those guys are buying into that whole thing, that whole program thing. So when we say that we have we have 55 guys on the team this year, about 20 more than they had last year, and we're consistently having about 49 to 50 kids in study tables. So this program that we're trying to build, it's from the ground up and it's from the kids up. We're just in front, but the kids they're buying into the whole thing from junior high school, and we're all invested in trying to learn what's going on with the youth teams. So it's all inclusive.
Definitely breeds success too, and talk about having that togetherness and having that little buy-in that you're seeing from 8th grade, obviously all the way through now in the high school, Coach. I want to talk about the season to this point. Again, you guys 1-2 on the year. I mentioned won the first game, couple tough games here recently. I actually asked the coach for West G the same thing. It kind of seems like, hey, front of the schedule, we front load a little bit. We put some tough teams in there to kind of challenge our guys and try to face some real tough competition. So that way, when we get to the conference play, we feel a lot more confident in ourselves. Is that kind of the mindset you guys had too early on in the year? That schedule some tougher opponents and going to get you guys ready for when that conference play starts?
Yeah, 100%. We did that from the get-go, from 7-on-7 season when we went down to Ashtabula University, faced some teams down there, went to Erie, faced some bigger schools out in the Erie area. Then we scrimmaged schools like Riverside, Strongsville, North Ridgeville. We were trying to scrimmage all the bigger schools, and now when we come into our front portion of our schedule, we're facing bigger and stronger guys than we're going to face at the end of the season. We're just trying to figure out this football thing. Like plays are plays, but we want them to love and learn football. And this front loaded schedule with these with some tougher teams in the area, it's going to help us in the long run. Not just this year, but program wide. These freshmen are starting to see what it looks like when you're part of a program, and then our juniors and seniors they've been through a Friday night, but now a Friday night with expectations, and that's what they're learning now.
Definitely are. Of course, that's invaluable experience to face those teams that are either bigger schools or the higher up in divisions, whatever it is. It's great to have that kind of back and forth and getting that experience with that. Coach, I'll ask this too for you. What stands out with West G? I know obviously they're a pretty good team, but they've had a tough stretch to start the season as well. They're coming in at 0-3, but there's a lot of talent on that side of the football and the other side of the sideline. What do you see that kind of stands out for them, and what do you guys have to do to try and come out with the win Friday night?
What stands out to me most, they're like literally 50%. Like, their pass and run, they're almost 50-50. And it's almost 50-50 per down. So they're 50-50 on second and third down. They're just over 50% on first downs. So, it's just a real balanced team. You got to know that they believe in every aspect of their offense. We just have to be, sound in our decision making. And then on their defense, they're aggressive. Very, very aggressive defense. They're going to show you 5, 6, 7 people on the line, 8 people on the line, and sometimes they blitz. They bring all 8 of them. Sometimes they bring 5 of them. So they play a lot of games with the front seven on the defense, and those are the things that we've been working on: the communication, understanding that my job may change. We've been working on it all week. Those are the keys to our victory, making sure we communicate, that my brother knows what I'm doing and I know what my brother's doing. We go from there. We're just going to attack them the way we try to attack everyone. Our goal is to attack the grass, not the person, but we find the grass and we settle in the grass. So with that being said, we're trying to figure out where their grass is in their defense, and that's where we're going to get to.
Coach, I love the philosophy. I love what you're building there, of course, over at Ashtabula Lakeside. I want to wish you the best of luck as we gear up towards the game of Friday night, of course. You guys taking on West Geauga Wolverines. Coach, thanks again so much for the time, and we'll talk to you on the field before the game. And, of course, best of luck when you guys get out there.
I appreciate everything. Appreciate everything you do. Thanks so much.
All right, back here. In fact, Kyle and I are about to leave the studio and magically head to Ashtabula County within the next 20 seconds.
I've been trying to perfect instant transmission, and I think I finally did it. So
I love that.
Hour and a half away like this. So that's really exciting.
Well, again, thank you guys for joining us on the pregame show. Coming up on the other side, we will join you from the stadium as the Lakeside Dragons host the West G Wolverines. For Kyle Cordell, AA Anthony Alford, and we'll join you in just a little bit. Enjoy high school football Friday night, CVC TV, game of the week.
Do you want to learn how to be a producer, DJ, on-air talent, or influencer? Visit beonair.com and discover a media school that's changing the game. We have 7 campuses across the country, and you can graduate in as little as 8 months. No math or English classes here, just classes that interest you and give you hands-on experience with real-world professionals in the media industry. And there's financial aid available for those who qualify. Stop sleepwalking through life. Show up for your dreams. Visit beonair.com and take the free career assessment. beonair.com.
Folks, high school football here on CVC TV. The matchup this week in our Chagrin Valley Conference game of the week. The visiting West Geauga Wolverines taking on the home Ashtabula Lakeside Dragons here again on CVC TV. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alford with you on the call as always, fresh off a fantastic game last week, and AA looking for more of the same tonight. 2 teams hungry for a win.
Yeah, 2 teams very much hungry for a win. Let's start with West G, who's looking for their first W here this week. They got a good opponent going in, but I'll tell you what, West G, love the quarterback, Finn Keenan. That's going to be the man under center here today, and expect a bit of a balanced attack coming in, but it's going to be critical. You know, you're going this far deep, you know, not having, you know, a W so far. You're looking for positive momentum on the road, less pressure, so, hey, give it an opportunity and go for West G to kind of start things.
You know, both these teams last year on the fringe of making the playoffs, of course, in this Chagrin Valley Conference. West Geauga, we had them at the end of the season, big win over Orange. They still weren't sure as far as what their future was going to be. Unfortunately, just missed out. And now this year, a tough first game, a 17-15 loss to Chagrin. And then after that, it's just been tough to get the offense going for West Geauga and the Wolverines, a team that is balanced, like you mentioned, AA, trying to find themselves a little bit tonight, of course. Head coach Matt Rosati telling me, as you guys heard the pregame there, that, hey, you know, we just need to find ourselves a bit more on offense and be more consistent. Consistency is going to be key. We trust the guys up there. If they can make plays, they like their chances tonight.
Yeah, and Kyle, I'm not going to, look, we talk with some of these teams. If you look at their records, it's a little bit deceiving only because, like, look, last week, they faced an award team that's probably going to go deep in the playoffs this year. Like, they're great every year. So at least getting that experience, a fast start, that's going to be key for them. Now with Lakeside, I got to say this. Look, I know last week it didn't go too well. You know, the weather kind of really impacted their performance last week. But I have to tell you, I love their backfield. I absolutely love their backfield, and you're going to see a ton of their backfield today. The combination of Devin Miller, who had a big performance on CVC TV last year against Jefferson area. We were here for that. Number 1, and Nate Bartone, the senior, number 21, who's a big body, but he's going to hurt people tonight. The way he runs the football.
Oh, and on defense too, Double A, he is a monster on that side of the football and obviously adds lots of that backfield that we really enjoy to watch. But both coaches kind of harping down on the offensive side of the football. They felt they've played some decent defense throughout the year so far, but neither team has scored more than 21 points in a game through 3 weeks. We're almost halfway through the high school football season as the home Lakeside Dragons make their way onto the field. The Dragon mascot isn't with them. I'm a little bummed about that, but nevertheless, there is fire down there. That's kind of cool.
We had a chance to meet the mascot before the game.
We did.
We're not going to tell you how it went down, but
he almost fell over. I don't know if he's been partaking in some pre-gaming before the game, nevertheless. But I'll tell you what, Lakeside, you talked about the talent is there on this team. First-year head coach now, Terrence Henton, who actually coached the middle school not too long ago before working his way up. He was an assistant in the area. Now, obviously, coming back home here to Lakeside. He was, of course, an accomplished player in Ashtabula County, and now a chance to come back and coach the Lakeside football team. And I'll tell you what, he was really excited about this, really building, and obviously starting at the middle school level, getting commitments from 30 different 8th graders last year. 27 stayed on for this group. They field plenty of teams. They're really happy with where the direction they're going, and now it's about showing that on the field. He wants to try and build off their performance in week 1 and try to kind of nail the past couple weeks here.
I love the culture that both of these teams have established, but as you mentioned about Lakeside, like that, to have the signing day for junior high players, for the 8th grade players, that is fantastic. That's fantastic. Also, like you guys talked about in the pregame, he does study tables too, which, I know. When I played back in Maple, we did study tables. I thought everyone did study tables, but apparently not. I mean,
sometimes it's few and far between. You're not exactly sure what's going to happen with that, but he's got great turnout for those as well, which is fantastic. Really, the buy-in for this Lakeside football team is there. Remember last season, again, West G won this game by a couple touchdowns. They obviously, both teams had up and down seasons. They really scheduled the beginning of the year tough to get ready for games like this. It's inter-CVC matchup, not division-wise, but still playing someone that's in the CVC. You want to bring it because there's bragging rights involved.
Yes, it is. And what's key, you see the records, getting that hot start for both of these teams. That's going to be very, very important here in week 4.
And so West Geauga actually won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. That means Lakeside will start with the ball on their home field. It is Alumni Hall of Fame night as well for the Dragons. Some previous alums making their way into the Hall of Fame here in Ashtabula County at the high school, getting honored before kickoff tonight.
Yeah, they had a great presentation. They showed their videos up on the scoreboard here before the game.
Remember last year, too, these are two of the bands we really enjoyed as well, so we got to see the bands before the game, too, which was kind of fun. And, of course, the game is underway now as the kickoff is there, and here we go at Lakeside. Taken by the Dragons, that's in number 11, Anthony Williams. He breaks to the right side. He's got room. Anthony Williams cuts back inside to the 40 and down on the other side of midfield at the 33-yard line of West G. What a return by number 11, Anthony Williams, the junior.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys. He's a transfer. And to get his speed, to get his awareness, great blocking with the kick return. And this is what we're talking about, getting that hot start. And Lakeside's going to start with great field position, Kyle.
We're going to see plenty of Anthony Williams, too. The skill player is a plethora for this Lakeside Dragon football team. And here we go, 1st and 10 on the West G 32-yard line after a fantastic kick return by the Dragons. This sets it up right now for Omar Ambris, the senior quarterback. Really his first season as the starter. Remember, it's his first year there under center, taking snaps in games. Trying to learn as he goes, but Coach Henton's saying he's starting to get it a little bit more week in, week out. He's in motion. It's going to be a fumble snap by Ambers. He's at the fall on the ball, and he goes down at the 40. Maybe a little bit of nerves on that first snap. Williams was in motion, but again, smart just to fall on that football, not try to do anything too crazy and keep possession there, Double A.
And that's going to be key, too. It's like, hey, you're going to have those nerves. This is because of how tough these schedules were. There might be a little extra pressure on both these teams because this is one of those games you circle both of these teams like, we got to win here today.
Amber is in the pistol now and play being called dead for a moment. An official timeout. Had to get a substitution in as Zion Thomas checks into the ball game. He's going to spread out to the top of your screen.
think there was a uniform issue.
Yeah, Matt Wagner had to get off the field there for a moment. Ambrose again in that pistol formation, hands off, good run. Miller breaking the right side. Devin Miller gets that ball back to about the 35-yard line, so he'll get 5 yards back and set up 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, we'll see kind of the difference here with Coach Hinton. Remember last year, Buzz Williams, he was a longtime coach here at Lakeside. By the way, those coaches, those two, still great communication with each other, talking about the News Herald and some of the write-ups. But we'll see how different this offense is compared to what we saw a year ago.
So a great kick return, but 3rd and long on the way on this first drive for the Lakeside Dragons. Amber is going to roll to his right, looking, throwing right side. That ball tipped and incomplete, went off the back of the shoulder pads there. That was actually Cooper Vasicki that was in the area, junior linebacker. And it's going to force a 4th down. And on this side of the field, decision time, I'd imagine maybe you go for it here.
Probably. That's probably what you're going to see here.
But we've seen Ambrose punt the ball as well, so maybe it's a read, and then if it's not there, he kicks it away. We'll see what happens. And he will. He'll punt that football. A line drive. It's going to land at the 10-yard line, take a Lakeside bounce, dribble down inside the 5. Down to the 3 is where it is down. And by Zion Thomas. And now we'll get our first look at the West Geauga offense, of course, led by junior quarterback Finn Keenan. Saw him last season in a pretty good game against Orange. Looking for more of the same tonight.
And I want to see kind of – I was impressed when we saw him in Orange last year, his command of the offense. Let's see here today how much he's going to be able to command the offense. And, again, we're about, 4 or 5 games into our schedule, and it always scares me when a team is backed up to this part of the field.
It feels like every game we've had someone backed inside their own 5-yard line. We can't escape this for some reason.
And I believe it's like a 50% chance they fumble in our schedule.
Double A is going to try and avoid the announcer's curse here as West G starts their first possession inside their own 5. That ball was dropped down. There's a flag, and that could be a false start on West Geauga. So cut it in half even further. Now they're at the 1.5-yard line. I guess if you're going to false start, this is the place to do it because you're not going to move back that much.
Well, but yeah.
But downside is you're already pretty far back.
Find a way to just get up the gut here, get a few yards.
Let's try to get something positive as West G takes their first official snap, handoff right side, breaking through the middle, and not much there. Great job by this Lakeside front 7. And that was West Geauga's number 5, Dagan Katz, on the carry.
Yeah, Kat's going to be one of those guys they're going to be looking for as far as like getting the ball like up the gut there and going. But again, it's danger zone here in the Lakeside defense. They're looking to feast here.
And you know, of course, that West G loves the kind of half and half throw and pass and run. And there you see it now. Roll out. Keenan's under pressure. He's going to dump it off. That one is caught for a gain of maybe 2 to 3 yards. Solid catch on the outside there by Paul Flowers, but he had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, but at least you feel a little bit more comfortable here in this 3rd down. You got a few yards there, so you feel a little bit more comfortable to kind of operate offensively. At least you're not backed up to the 2-yard line again.
No, you're just at the 8.
Right.
So we'll take it. A little more space to operate for Keenan and company here. 3rd down, and this is a big defensive possession for Lakeside, too. Can they keep the battle of possession and field possession in there? There's a run to the right side. Good run through. That's going to be a 1st down, trucking his way down to the 19-yard line. West Geauga and the Wolverines. And tell you what, Flowers doing a little bit of everything with the carry there, too.
He had a really good juke there to get the 1st down. It was a missed tackle, but just enough to get the 1st down. And West G escapes trouble. They had the false start on the first play of the drive. They got out of it. New set of downs.
So now it's going to be out in the 19-yard line, and this is West Geauga's pace now in the shotgun. And 2 wide to the right, 1 inside. Handoff, left side. Looking through, and we'll take that gain of about 5 yards. Solid run there by Katz.
And they're just going to keep attacking, just upward. And this is where it's going to be very, very important. Linebackers going to have to lead here defensively, identify where the ball's going, and minimize those running attacks.
Keenan again in that pistol. Katz behind him, about 5 yards back. Flowers in motion, left to right. Keenan going to roll to his right, throw, open receiver, it's caught. That's going to be a 1st down. Solid throw and catch to the outside for Tyler Fink. 6'2", 275-pound junior with the catch and a first down for the Wolverines.
And again, you see the control of the offense. This is a well-called offensive drive here to this point. And you talked about it, Kyle. The balance of the offense. They can attack you in the air. They may go back to the ground here. Don't be surprised either. You got man-to-man opportunities on both ends of the field.
Cat's going to get that ball up the middle, try to work his way through. Solid tackle on the inside by 21. Guess who? Nate Bartone for Lakeside. Stopping that play before it got too out of hand. It gave him about 4.
That's the big man right up the gut there. But that's how you kind of minimize those gains. But even still, solid, 2 yards there, 2 or 3 yards.
Your coach Rosati, you're happy with the offense at this point. They've made some positive plays after that false start to start the drive that put them back at their own 1.5-yard line. Cat's going to the right side. He's going to burst through. Cat's going to break through. There's a flag in the back end of the play. That's going to get past the 40 of Lakeside, but that is in the area of coming back and holding. We'll see exactly what this call is. They're moving back, but we'll see what the official call is. Is it a sideline warning? It was.
Guess, yeah.
On Lakeside, so that play is going to stand. Cats with a fantastic run. Let's look at the replay double way.
Yeah, look at this. Good pickup block there, too, by Flowers, number 10. That set it up to have that big run in the first half for West G.
Yeah, 4 carries, 41 yards for Cats on this drive alone. That one almost a 30-yard run by himself. His handoff this time breaking through. Great job by Lakeside's defense, but still working his way through past the 30 down to the 28-yard line. What a run by Nasir Levy.
And Levy should have been stopped in the backfield,
He was stopped 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and we kind of saw this last week with Kirtland running the football. But, man, I'll tell you what, they just find ways to move forward. This time he gets 9.
I thought Triplin, I believe that's who that is, number 2. I thought he had him in the backfield, but West G able to get out of it.
So impressive is now it's 2nd and short on the 30, actually it's at 29-yard line of Lakeside. Keenan hits it, he throws, gets it out to the right side. That one's caught, breaking through, spinning back. There's a flag on the play around where there was a block as the ball's down at the 16-yard line. That would have been a gain of 12 if it stands. We'll see what the official call is here.
I think maybe this time it might be the holding or some kind of contact to this.
Yeah, we'll be holding on West G, so that ball going to move backwards. Keenan took a shot as well when he delivered that ball, which was right on the money. And again, Dominic Peros out there, another one of those taller wide receivers, 6'2", 185 junior. Made the catch, made a play, got a first down, but it's nullified, and the ball moved back to the 35-yard line of Lakeside. Still an impressive drive to this point for West GAA.
Lakeside has a fast defense, but West G is doing a good job counterbalancing the speed of the defense.
Screen pass out to the right. Flowers works his way through, dives forward. He's right near the first down marker. We'll see where he gets marked down. I'll tell you what, he's right there, AA.
He might be just short, but that was a great effort. And you notice, and this is going to be a little bit of the story of the game here with this offense. Lakeside is crashing. They are crashing hard. So they're doing everything they can, West G, to spread everything on the outside.
All right, so 3rd down and short. Another chance for Lakeside to try and get their defense at a good spot. Hand up the middle. Flowers put his head down. Tell you what, that's close. He only needed a yard. It looks like where the spot is, he may have got it. We'll see the official ruling here shortly.
See if they got that forward progress. That might be enough for Flowers.
Just waiting for that signal to say. They're going to say short. Wow. Still waiting. It looks like everyone's waiting around for a second to see what the official call. They will now officially call the first down. Kind of a strange. No, you, me, you, me, you, me,
huh?
You.
This spot? No, that spot. Wait, what?
Flowers put his head down and got the yard he needed. So West G's going to have that first down inside the 30 of Lakeside. Katz working his way back up the middle off that handoff down to the 20-yard line. He's eventually spun down by Bartone.
But this offensive line, they're doing what they need to do, sealing the blocks, sealing in the defensive line. And West G, whatever they want to do on offense, they're doing it.
team that has only scored a season high of 15 points trying to get on the board near this first quarter. That ball was on the right side, breaking through, trying to get into the end zone, and he's just short at the 1. Great misdirection there and a solid run on the right side. Tell you what, Tyler Fink made you look there for a second.
I thought, watch this replay right here, because Lakeside crashed just on the wrong person. Flowers was the one who kept the ball.
Great job running his way through and got all the way down to the 1.
That's the beauty of this West G offense and what they've been doing with this drive. They have an opportunity. They start all the way down there, like 2-yard line, and they could score.
West Geauga calling a timeout, so that gives us a chance to talk to you here on CVC TV. Hey, if you got a tree emergency or need expert tree care, call Taz Tree Service at 440-567-0962. With over 25 years of experience, they specialize in tree removal, trimming, stump grinding, and more. Their fully insured team offers swift responses and affordable pricing, ensuring peace of mind and top-notch service. Visit ChagrinFallTreeRemovalServices.com to book your appointment today. Taz Tree Service, dependable, professional, and ready to meet all your tree care needs. Hey, also, if you're dealing with a sewer or drain emergency, don't wait. Call Sewer Cleaning Company at 440-290-6055 for 24/7 service with over 500 5-star reviews. They provide expert sewer and drain cleaning, camera inspection, storm drain repair, and more. You can trust their honest and transparent services to get your home back in order. Visit sewercleaningcompany.com for more details and to schedule your appointment today. That's sewercleaningcompany.com, your local sewer and drain experts. First-team customers receive a free video drain with inspection.
If I'm Lakeside here, Kyle, I'm still crashing hard here. I mean, you got, 1 yard away. It's going to be tough, but you got to dominate up front.
Keenan under center. He's going to turn. He's going to hand to Katz. Right side. Katz turns, spins into the end zone. Touchdown, West Geauga. A 3-yard touchdown run right there for Dagan Katz. And the Wolverines first on the board, AA.
For a team that struggled to, just impress every play, just their ability to seal against this Lakeside defense. But for a team, as you mentioned a couple moments ago, Kyle, that has struggled to score points, to start all the way down at the 4, they had a false start. They ended up at the 2-yard line to go all the way down the field, 98 yards to score. Excellent job by West G.
Patting the extra point by Addison Cook. As that one is up, it is good, and it's 7-0 here on CVC TV. The visiting West Geauga Wolverines leading the home Lakeside Dragons here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. Hey, the presenting sponsor for CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Ski Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties include everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com.
Again, just an amazing drive by West G. Just their ability to essentially dictate pace, and essentially, Lakeside has the speed, so coach decided, we're just going to balance everything out, keep everything off balance defensively, and they did just that. And this Lakeside team, who look, again, I love the backfield, but you got to make something happen here on this drive. They had a great kick return to open this game. Going to need something a little bit similar so the offense can have an opportunity.
In AA, tell you what, J. Anthony Williams got all the way down to the West Geauga 32-yard line on that return. Great starting field position on the first drive for the Dragons, but then they just could not do anything with it. Had to punt the ball away, and then West Geauga went 98.5 yards on that long drive for 6 and now 7 points. And if you're talking to Coach Rosati, he's got to be thrilled with West G to this point on offense, and of course defense showing up too. That's a pooch kick to the right side, and got to be careful it doesn't go out, and it will. So that ball, I believe, should go to the
35.
35? We'll see where they
or
officially
40.
spot it.
It'll be 35 or to 40. Although that was a dangerous call, though, because
that was almost recovered too. We talked about maybe a difference about 5 yards or so. We were right, AA, right on with the 35-yard line is where Lakeside will start again. So 2 starting field positions pretty favorable so far for the Dragons. Now they have to try and make this one count on the offensive end.
And remember, in the first draft, too, they had a player that had to come out due to a uniform issue. They had a couple of mishaps with the fumbles, so they just weren't in sync on the first possession. Hopefully it's a different result if you're a Lakeside fan.
See if Omar Ambrose and company can get it back underway here. We'll take the snap. Ambrose looking to throw. Going to take a shot down the left side. It's thrown up. It's caught. It's caught. Breaking back to the 30 and sliding down to the 25-yard line is Lakeside. What a catch from Matt Wagner.
And Wagner, he didn't want to slip down. He wanted to get that cut and go back inside. Look at that. Just go right up top. That's a beautiful ball. Great read there, too.
Let's come back
Great
to
route.
I'll tell you what.
Wagner did a great job, as you said, coming back to the football, running a great route. And if he was able to get that cut, he would have scored.
Handoff inside. Williams putting his head down and getting through past the 20 down to the 19-yard line. J'Anthony Williams with a huge run.
For both of these teams that are trying to look for positive momentum, all you look for is just that one play. Just that one play to get things going, and all of a sudden 2 straight positive plays for Lakeside.
Bit of a stoppage of play for a moment. It was a 40-yard completion, by the way. Just to play a go to Wagner from Ambrose. Just a great read, too.
Yeah, that was a great job.
Tell you what, just read the fact that it was going to be, hey, it's back shoulder, it's going to be short, the defender's head's turned, I can stop and make this play. You appreciate that as play call coming in from
and again,
the sideline.
And as a DB, sometimes it's tough when you're on the island by yourself and man coverage. You're called upon to do it, and when you realize the ball's coming your way, sometimes it's too late, and you just try to keep up with the receiver. I think that's what happened there. Good in there on the outside.
A little bit of confusion down there with the sticks. I don't know if it should have been a first down, but it will be. A little dump off, and that one is caught. Here comes Bartone. He cuts inside. What a move by Bartone. He spun down at the 6 and gets down to the 5.
This dude has the juice. This dude has the juice. Look at this replay. Watch this cut. Oh, my. Senior Bartone. This man was impressive as a sophomore when we had him on CVC TV, and he is just leaps and bounds improvement every single year.
Put him down at the 6. Ambrose with some momentum. Dump it out. This time it is caught. Williams, he's got space. He breaks to the outside. J'Anthony Williams still on his feet, dives, and gets into the end zone for 6. We got a ball game, folks. Touchdown, Lakeside.
That was pretty electric there, Kyle. That was pretty electric there. A great route, great read again. The play fake, good route there on the flat. Made the man miss. Extend the football out. Get in the end zone for the score.
Fantastic drive by the Dragons. A response after a tough first sequence where they had amazing field position. This time, still pretty good field position, and they make West G pay for it. Just an extra point away from tying the ball game here in this first frame. Snap down, hold, kick on the way, and it is no good. They say wide left. Had plenty of distance, but just goes to the left of that crossbar, and the score is going to stay 7-6 here on CVC TV. West G holding on to a 1-point lead. They'll transform your property with a fence from R&T Fence Company. Family owned for over 36 years, they provided top-notch fence installation services across Northeast Ohio. Specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial fencing, they offer a wide range of options, including aluminum, vinyl, wood, and chain link. Call 330-626-5170 for a free estimate, or visit rtfence.com. Whether you need a new fence or a custom gate, trust the experts at R&T Fence Company to deliver quality and professionalism. That's rtfence.com. Your fencing solution.
You know, sometimes you just say, hey, how do you get out of a rut? Stars got to be stars. Superstars got to be superstars. And
well, Ambrose AA, talk about first year really starting at quarterback in this offense, and he looked poised on that last drive, delivering those balls again, and give credit where credit is due to Coach Henton, too, making it simple. I mean, hey, throw the check down to the running back. Let them make the plays. We have the skill players. Just get it in their hands.
That's spot on. That's spot on. You have stud players. Just give them the football. Let them do the rest.
Line drive kick going to go out of bounds, and now West G is going to get a taste of what Lakeside got last drive. Good field position. That ball going to move up to the 35.
We've seen it from both teams now, intentionally kick that way.
Can we give a shout-out, too, to Tristan Westerfield? And he's a freshman. He's handling the kickoff duties, too.
Yeah. Yeah, big man, number 77.
Love to see that. And he has a boot.
Saw him warming up there, too.
Tell you what, he was kicking it through. I thought he was going to break the net down there.
I wonder, for both of these coaching staffs, would you prefer to sacrifice the penalty, sacrifice the 35, as opposed to kick the ball to their electric kick returners? And this is for both teams, because both teams have intentionally kicked out of bounds, perhaps for that reason.
Understanding who's back there returning those kickoffs. And we saw the big kickoff return on the first play of the game double A, so it makes a lot of sense to maybe want to keep that ball out of there. As West G has a chance to respond. Cats running right side, cuts back through, and solid tackle on the back end there. That was big number 58 for Lakeside. Paul Seiler got in there, the sophomore, made a stop.
Yeah, that was a good stop there. Great tackle. Great tackle in there, making things happen.
And Bartone got in there too. Second down and long from their own 36-yard line. Keenan under center, going to look and roll out to his right. He's under pressure. Keenan looking, trying to throw. He dumps it off. That one's caught. Breaking through his Flowers. He cuts right side. Flowers has the room. Gets down to the 30-yard line. First down, West G.
And Keenan made that play happen. Keenan absolutely, first off, great job by Flowers just to be ready to go and to carry that through. But Keenan, his rollout, he felt the pressure and still was poised, made a controlled throw, a controlled pass, and that created the big play. And Flowers took it the rest of the way.
Paul Flowers having himself a day so far. 3 carries, 28 yards. Now 3 catches for 46 yards too. And now Flowers again in the backfield on the right hip of Keenan, who's been able to stay alive and make plays so far. Keenan looking. He's going to roll again to his left. Looking down the field, looking. Directs traffic, throws out. That one is caught. Cutting back inside the 10 and out of bounds is the receiver on the far left sideline. That's Dominic Peros, and it's another first down.
I think you mentioned the key term there, directing traffic, and that's what Keenan exactly did too, going through all of his reads essentially to make the play. He wanted to go to Flowers on the flat. Wasn't available. Had another read that wasn't available, rolled out, direct Peros to make the play. Did it.
And Keenan 5 for 5, 71 yards unofficially so far. This time he's going to take off. Keenan runs up the middle, still on his feet, and eventually going to get spun down. Solid tackle down there by Bartone. It's going to be hard to run through that guy.
Bartone said, no, not today. Not today. But
he said, oh, no.
Nah. But Keenan did get a few yards out of that, though. So the offensive line still opening things up, driving down the field.
Yeah, you could be late to the party, but he still showed up. Great job by Bartone to stop that play. As Keenan's under center.
Knocked
inside
the door
10.
down.
Tell you what he did. Cats right side. He's going to try and spread it out, working his way through. Solid tackle in the open field. That's Miller, who got to the outside on offense. They were going pass heavy, so you didn't see a lot of Devin Miller last drive, but this time he reminds you, oh, I play defense too.
Miller did a great job. Watch at the top of the screen here. Oh, he got off of his block. Speed, made the tackle. That is an excellent defensive play by Miller.
Tough ask for Quentin Artino, the senior running back on the outside trying to block.
Artino did the job. It's just Miller just got out of that block and just used his speed.
Fantastic. So 3rd down and 8 now. They can get a first down before scoring. Keenan going to roll out to his left. He's had a lot of success throwing the football. Tosses it back in the end zone. In and out of the hands, too high. Believe he was looking for Flowers back there and just over the head. Actually, no, that's going to be Nate Godin who's back there, another receiver who's over 6 feet that can make plays. And now 4th down and decision time for Coach Rosati. Looks like maybe they're going to bring out the kicking unit here.
Yeah, perhaps. Tell you what.
We're going to see a field goal attempt in regulation?
Maybe.
How about that?
I'll tell you what, though, Lakeside defensively did an excellent job remaining poised there. And again, I can't think enough of that big play by Miller on the previous play, breaking off.
All right, so Addison Cook going to get this one away. Looking at about maybe a 26-yard field goal. Snap down, kick on the way. It is up, it's high arcing, and it is good. Cook nails it through, and West Geauga extends their lead 10-6 here on CVC TV. It's your game of the week. The Wolverines leading the home Dragons. Also want to ask you, hey, stay comfortable year-round with air quality control, heating, and cooling. Yeah, you need it. Serving Northeast Ohio for over 35 years, they specialize in residential HVAC installation, repair, and maintenance. From air conditioning to heating, they handle it all. That's right. If you need emergency service, you can call them 24/7 at 216-531-5202 and ask for Joe or you can visit airqualitycontrolhvac.com for more information and to schedule your appointments. Trust the experts at Air Quality Control for reliable, top-quality HVAC solutions. That's airqualitycontrolhvac.com, and your comfort is their priority.
Remember, too, if you're watching CVC TV for the first time or your 100th time for whatever reason, make sure you like and hit the subscribe button right below our video.
You're such an influencer.
Of course.
Like and subscribe, huh?
Like and subscribe. Just like how they taught us over at Ole Miss. Like and subscribe.
I think I went there for 2 years and no one once ever told me like and subscribe.
They just said keep up with social media at first. And then as things evolved.
And then someone said just show up to class, and it was the whole thing. The kickoff is there, and it's down. And, oh, man, that was some nervous times on the far side. Great job by Lakeside. That was 25 there. Chance Arnold, the sophomore, who fell on that ball and kept it because West G was almost there to recover that.
So I'm fairly confident in saying we're going to be waiting a while until J. Anthony Williams and Devin Miller in the backfield is going to receive a kickoff, a kick return.
I think that's fair to say, especially after that first one where Williams took that one all the way down deep into West G territory. Maybe the rest of the game we might not see another kickoff, honestly, double A, where it's going to go deep.
And that's speaking for both teams, because both teams are doing the same thing.
Well, trips at the bottom of your screen for Ambriz, coming off a fantastic drive throwing the football. 3 of 3 for over 60 yards and a touchdown. This time he pitches out. What a big hit there. I tell you what, there was nowhere to go for Miller. And that was Grady Zeracata who got in. The senior, he's a D lineman at 5'8", 170, small in stature, but I tell you what, the speed, and he got there.
He did a great job identifying. Only thing on Lakeside's front on that play, took a little bit too long to develop, and it gave West G plenty of time to react and make the big play.
So I wonder for both teams, maybe it's just, hey, throwing the football is going to be key here as the trips down at the bottom, little dump off. It's going to be a screen. That one's caught. They've got room to run, breaking through past the 30 and a big hit.
That was a sandwich.
Yeah, Sincere Turner caught that ball and wasn't really very far to go with it. He got maybe a handful of yards.
Yeah, that turned into something here. I wonder if they're going to get one more play off before the end of the quarter. But
well, third down, maybe you want to just take a chance to talk this one over, and I think that's what they're going to do as Coach Henton says, hey, get on over here. Let's switch sides in the field and figure this one out. As we end the first frame here at Lakeside High School, the score 10-6. The West Geauga Wolverines leading the home Dragons here on CVC TV. Also a chance to tell you again, the presenting sponsor for us here on Chagrin Valley Conference TV is Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties, well, they include everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. And as always, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and us here at CVC TV. Now, Double-A, an eventful first quarter here at Lakeside High School, back and forth. First drive for the Dragons, not great, but they found their rhythm on offense. That second drive, West G has been able to score multiple times now. And that's where we sit, 10-6 after one quarter.
And we'll see who can get themselves open. Of course, on the receiving front.
I like that bottom of the screen coverage right there. It looks like Zion Thomas and one-on-one with no safety help. That could be another thing to look out for with Ambriz.
Especially if they don't go to the trip side up top.
He's going to look that way. He is going to take it off and throw it. He's got a receiver deep. It is caught. It's caught and breaking back inside is Lakeside. Breaking through, it's Williams. He's still on his feet. Anthony Williams down inside the 20, and he'll get stopped to 19. What a play, 51 yards.
Find a way to get him the football. I'll tell you what, this quarterback can find open guys, and the receivers are running great routes. Smooth run. I was wondering how Lakeside would respond being behind the sticks, but great job by the coaching staff talking that over in the quarter break and getting the big play.
Anthony Williams caught the touchdown in that first quarter. That's how he makes the big play. First down run, there's a flag on the back end. And we'll see what happens is Miller got the carry, but that was in the area of a false start, actually. The play, now you're called legal motion, I should say. If it was a false start, the play would have been blown dead.
So the way Coach Hinton kind of described what he has in this backfield of skill set, Miller averaged last year 6 yards a carry. Bartone averaged 5 yards a carry a year ago. And he said here, when you add Williams to the mix here, according to the StarBeaconArticle.com, it's an embarrassment of riches what they have back there.
I think you're seeing that right now, especially with Anthony Williams. His impact on the game so far today, he's got a big run, got a couple of big catches. Of course, had the kickoff return. He's been impactful all over the field. Is now 1st and 15 on 26. Bartone up the middle, puts his head down and gets down to the 21-yard line, gain of 5.
It's going to be physical play here. We're going to see here how can West G kind of handle the physicality of Bartone, but also the speed of Williams. And then we haven't even seen, Miller, as well. He can get things going. There's a ton of weapons they can go to. How will this defense respond?
Bartone behind Ambrose now. 2nd down and long. Ambrose looking to pass. He's going to throw that one up, and it's intercepted on the far right side. A bit of a miscommunication out there. 1A play in the secondary on the right, and it's Dagan Katz, the running back, who makes the play on defense.
Right place, right time. We don't know who. Some kind of miscommunication, but that was a dangerous ball to put up. And after the huge momentum, cannot have those type of turnovers. Give the ball right up in the red zone as well.
That's tough. As Katz, remember, scored the touchdown for West G in that first quarter on a run. This time makes a big play on defense. We're seeing a bunch of these guys just doesn't matter. Both sides of the football making plays. And now West Geauga, this is familiar territory. They started one drive inside their own 3-yard line. Now they're inside their own 10. And Sven Keenan and company will get the ball back. Keenan in the shotgun, going to look to pass. Looking, stepping up. Keenan under pressure. He's going to break through. He's going to run. Keenan's got some room and gets a big hit on a slide. Was it early enough? A shot, though. No official flag down there. There's a lineman down in the backfield, and Keenan was able to pop up.
There's actually a lot that just happened on this play. We obviously are going to wish for the absolute best for the injured Wolverine that's down right now. I want to point out a couple of things that happened. Number 2, Triplin for Lakeside. He identified on the outside, like, hey, he motioned a man, as the man is up right now, he motioned a man to, like, get going and, like, really, really, like, cover the flat. That happened. And then at the same time, he also covered the deep man. So Keenan couldn't go deep. Keenan wanted to go to the flat. He couldn't go to the flat. He wanted to go deep. He couldn't go there either. Had the big run, but also took a big hit. So a lot happened on that one particular play.
And again, the man that was down double A, that was Ryan Mobley, again, a junior offensive lineman. One of the bigger ones you're going to see here in CVC, 6'4", 270, vital to this West G offense. Able to jog off the field under his own power. He's going to get looked at, but Keenan himself took a big shot. Did pop right back up, though, so that's a good sign. And get no flags on the play, so it's going to be a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 on their own 17-yard line for the Wolverines.
And, of course, we can't escape either, obviously, what has happened lately in the pros. You can't escape, a little bit of extra attention on the quarterbacks as far as staying healthy and maybe sliding when you need to.
And it's going to be a handoff through the middle, and that's going to be enough for a first down, solid run right there for West G. That's number 33, Quentin Artino. Saw him on defense trying to stop Devin Miller, or actually on offense trying to block Devin Miller on the last drive. This time he was able to run through for a first down.
One of the seniors on this team, 5'7", 160 pounds.
Some speed, though.
A lot of speed, a lot of size, but when you have a big man with speed, that's dangerous.
Take that as, again, first down for West Geauga. Keenan under center. He's got Katz in the backfield. He'll pitch it to him. Katz trying to read the defense. Cuts back through, and look at maybe 2 on the play.
Good defensive stop, but you notice here on this toss on the outside compared to the previous drive with Lakeside, a quicker pitch. Things are moving a little bit more, not as much confusement. And even with a great defense, that's the difference between a 2 or 3 yard gain and a 3-yard loss.
We'll take the positives every time, especially for Coach Rosati and company, trying to get some momentum now, using this game as it for offense. As It's going to be a handoff through, and a great job by Lakeside's defense. A slew of defenders in there. Take your pick at that point.
How about Anderson, number 6, I believe, who slipped in there?
Yeah, Jackson Huffman, a senior back there, too, number 9, also got in on the play.
They did a great job reading that. And so that play, compared to the previous outside pitch, a little bit slower developing play, and the Lakeside defense slipped right in, no hesitation, which full credit to them. They're using their speed to make the defensive play.
The key person to watch now is the man on the left hip of Finn Keenan there. Flowers back there. He's made some big plays when they've needed it. 3rd and long. Keenan going to step up. He's looking, and he's going to throw that ball over the top. It's caught. He's going to be short of the first down. Solid catch through by Dominic Peros, but it looks like he's going to be just short of that first down.
I'm very curious with the play call, and I think they're going to punt here, Kyle. I'm very curious with the play call, what the intended receiver was supposed to be. The man in the flat was open. Again, don't know if that was supposed to be the guy that was going to get the ball first, the first read. But defense swarming Keenan. Keenan at least made the play, but still a couple yards short.
Thought maybe Flowers was going to get that ball. It's a direct snap, and it's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a first down. Huge return there. Who else? Flowers does make a big play. He gets down to the 45-yard line. What a play.
Amazing play, an amazing play call, and a good pickup. Hey, look, the records are what they are. You're desperate to steal points and steal possessions. An amazing call and great execution. You know, both of these teams worked on special teams to end their warm-ups this evening. And a major attention to detail on that front.
With impactful as Paul Flowers has been on the first few drives, you're wondering where he was on this one so far. Well, he was right there. A huge 20-plus yard run for a first down, and West G now in Lakeside territory. Keenan going to dump off left side. That one's caught. And another first down, eventually spun down to the 31-yard line. Was the receiver. That is number 3, Vincent Vecchio. You'll take that every play if you are Coach Rosati and company.
Yes, you will, every time. And, again, that momentum. West G has been very successful moving the ball down the field, even when it looks like they're struggling.
I'm going to pitch the outside. That one caught, and near a first down again. Solid hit at the end of the play. Vecchio again with another big catch. Give 9.
And they're just moving. They're just moving now down to – if you're Lakeside, though, after that big play with the punt, look, you got to stay with it here. You don't want to let this kind of get away.
But Finn Keenan so far tonight, 8 of 9 for 105 yards. Couple rushes for 10 yards, too. He has been on it as he's under center. The ball down on the Lakeside 22-yard line. Keenan hands. Katz works right side. Breaks back in. First down for Dagan Katz.
Katz runs hard.
He does.
Katz runs with the aggression that you need. Again, shoulders down. Be able to make the plays that he needs to. Did a great job. And now, blink of an eye, West G's in the red zone.
10 carries, 62 yards for Katz so far today in that rushing touchdown. West G's only touchdown so far. Keenan looking, gonna dump it off. That one is caught. Flowers works back inside. Big hit. Works his way through and gets about 7.
But he turned the corner, the receiver, Flowers, turned the corner just quick enough to receive that hit. It's better to receive that hit facing forward than on the side. And he did a good job there.
The Flowers is listed as a tight end.
Excuse me?
He's listed as a tight end at 6 foot, 210 pounds, but he does a little bit of everything for this team. This will be second and manageable inside the red zone. Katz going to right to the left side, try to run through, gets through a tackle, tries to dive for the first down. He's going to be about a yard short.
Number 5, Katz.
Dagan Katz having a fantastic game, averaging about 6 yards a carry in this first half.
He has. Now we're going to see here, your Lakeside kind of buckle down here defensively. You got a chance on a third down.
You force another field goal and try and keep this a one-score game. You don't want to let West G get into the end zone. If you're the Dragons here, as they're inside your 10-yard line. Keenan under center. He'll hand. It's Flowers who just puts his head down and gets enough. I believe by a yard he's going to have it. So first and goal. Flowers needed 1. He got 2.
He understood the assignment. That's really all it was. Understood the assignment. Don't do anything special. First down. Extend the drive.
Now about Flowers tonight, AA. 5 carries, 50 yards, 4 catches, 54 yards for the tight end.
Call that a pretty balanced effort for the tight end.
I would say so. And he makes plays on defense, too, because why not? Getting it again under center. He'll turn, hand to Katz. Katz breaks inside. Solid job by Lakeside's defense to stop Katz at the 5-yard line. Big number 52 in there. Aaron Artman, sophomore, making the stop.
Yeah, but even still with that good chunk of yards gained by West G.
They're still moving the ball forward, not going back where it's going to be key in the spot. And you want to try and give your offense a chance. If you're the Wolverines. And remember, their season high so far is 15 points. So if they score here, they're going to eclipse that in the first half of this game. Keenan hands Flowers inside, breaking through. Big hit towards the end. Did he get enough? I think he's going to be just short. They try to get Paul Flowers a big carry inside. It wound up as a fullback there, essentially. And Flowers got it 3, but he needed 4. So it's going to be 3rd and goal on the way for the Wolverines.
Make sure that football is tucked in and protected.
I couldn't see it. That's how well protected it was, AA.
Well, true.
Both arms on it. He was ready to go for that.
Some personnel issues defensively right now.
Keenan turning, handing inside. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if he got there. Flowers may have got stopped again. Tripped up right away. Great job going low on defense. Watch this.
Yeah, the initial contact did it. Ooh, the initial one did it.
Yeah, that was, again, Aaron Artman who got low and stopped Flowers from getting into the end zone for a second time. And decision time right now for Coach Rosati, and I think it's going to be a timeout for West Geauga. They're going to talk this one over because this could be huge in the ballgame. Hey, Greeny Sports Cards is live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on their social media pages with exclusive hobby talk and interviews. That's why you can tune in and interact with them during the show. Just search Greeny Sports Cards on all social media channels or find the links on their website, greeniesportscards.com. That's GREENIE, sportscards.com. Also, if you're looking to sell your home, let Woodlake Realty help you make the move and save big while you're at it. Right now, for a limited time, mention this ad and get your house listed for only 1.5%, one of the lowest rates in the market. That's expert service, full exposure, and more money in your pocket. Don't wait. Call Woodlake Realty today and let them make selling your home a breeze. Remember, just mention this ad for a special 1.5% listing offer. Woodlake Realty, where your move matters. Find out more at www.woodlakere.com.
The highest point total West G has had this year has been what?
15 points in week 1 against Chagrin. There was a 17-15 loss. Since then, they've managed 1 touchdown in 2 games since. A chance to get a second one here tonight and take a commanding lead in this first half of 2 scores. We'll see if Finn Keenan and company can get it done. 4th and 1 on the 1. Keenan turns. Katz gets in the end zone for a touchdown. Anticlimactic and a crane kick to boots. A touchdown for the Wolverines.
I think he was waiting for that celebration there. Watch the replay. Oh, Flowers, number 10 with that kick-out block. There was some great blocking on the line, too.
Yeah, Blake Welker, again, the sophomore out there, has kind of like an insurance policy to make sure that Katz could walk into the end zone, and he did so. Katz's 2nd touchdown of the game.
We got a story we'll tell you about after this kick, about this kicker we'll share with you in just a little bit.
We've seen 1 missed extra point. This one is up, and don't have to worry about it here. That's good. And the score now 17-6. West Geauga leading Lakeside here on CVC TV. Addison Cook had made the field goal, and of course now 2 for 2 on the extra points. And AA, you have a story to share.
So Cook is one of the top girls soccer players at West G. In fact, in the entire CVC, she was actually named the CVC Athlete of the Week this past week. You can see all the athletes of the week on ChagrinValleyConference.com. But to be able to perform for West G on the football team as well as the girls soccer team, the junior kicker doing a great job, 5'2", 110 pounds, but can deliver the football.
With the leg of Leo Messi.
Yes.
Tell you what. put that one through earlier, the field goal to put West G up 10-6. She's 2 for 2 on extra points tonight, and might be on her way to another Special Teams Player of the Week for the Chagrin Valley Conference. She keeps this up. Phenomenal job, and Coach Rosati and company happy with the results so far, up 11. With just 3:42 to go in this first half. On the road here at Lakeside. West Geauga still looking for their first win of the season. Their pooch kick, and that's going to go right out of bounds, the 30-yard line. Tell you what, these teams are pretty okay with just say, hey, you know what, start at your own 35, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, this is one of those games, honestly.
The devil you know versus the devil you don't, right?
You're going to see the penalty numbers kind of, you're going to do some subtraction. This is done on purpose.
But that ball was kicked out of bounds on purpose. There was no reason to try and give that ball to Miller or Williams, who both can break a play at any point.
So West G scored that touchdown off of the turnover. And Lakeside drove all the way down the field. There was miscommunication, and that was an issue.
Yeah, both drives for West Geauga, both touchdown drives, starting from inside their own 10, which is impressive when you think about how far they had to go. Ball going to get placed at the 37-yard line because rules. So here we go. Beats me, I don't know why. Williams is carrying on the right side. Great job on the trace down tackle. And I'll tell you what, that was hard work out there. A couple different West Geauga players out there, as well as Charlie Kolk, who got there.
That was great containment on the outside, great speed on West G side. Lakeside tried to stretch the field, not able to do so.
So a loss of 2, forcing a second and long for the Dragons and Ambrose. He had that great drive where he was throwing the ball all around the field. Another chance here. Ambrose looking. He's going to take that one. Another deep shot. That one's through, and it is caught. It's caught. It's caught on the right side. What a play. What a catch by Sincere Turner.
What a throw.
Oh, my goodness.
And that catch was sensational. That was a sensational catch, being able to reach down and snag it.
Sincerely solid. Sincere Turner moves the chains on an unbelievable play.
And that was a great battle on the outside as well. That man-to-man. These DBs are being tested tonight.
Run, head down, gain to the 30-yard line of about 2, maybe 3. Miller tried to push his way through. Talk about the big players in the game. Miller just 3 carries, 3 yards. Made a good stop on defense one time. Haven't seen much of Devin Miller. Haven't really needed to at this point because Lakeside's been able to move the football.
We'll see how quickly Lakeside decides to move this offense.
Hand off left side, breaking through is Miller. Look at that speed. Miller down to the 20-yard line, inside of it. Devin Miller, fantastic, and that should be enough for a first down.
A credit to his cleats. Able to stay up and sustain. He could have fell. Also, there was a bit of a mishandle on the handoff, but was able to maintain poise, keep it going.
Miller heard me saying that he hadn't done anything yet, and of course he decided to respond with a big first down run. Here comes Williams. He breaks right side. J. Anthony Williams cuts through. He's got space, puts his head down and gets inside the 5. J. Anthony Williams, the 14-yard run.
His second level speed is amazing. You're going to see here on this great block there by 51. And then just his second level right there. He picked up the Jets.
Oh. The size, the speed of this Lakeside offense, the talent they have across the board. Coach hadn't talked about it. He is thrilled with this team and thinks they have a lot of potential. Ambrose handing off inside. Bartone gets his way through.
Did he reach over?
The line judge closest to us saying he may be short. They're going to mark Bartone down inside the 1. Oh, I think Bartone thought he had a touchdown there.
I'll tell you what, this offensive line, though, they're now controlling the line of scrimmage.
Ambrose in the pistol. Yeah, Bartone behind him again. They get the big guy one more shot. Great tackle on the weak side from West Geauga. What a play there by Sean Leonard, the senior, saving a touchdown.
Sean Leonard, one of the star players, in fact, perhaps the leader of this defense, slipping in, identifying where he needs to go, and immediately making a play.
Well, big-time players make big-time plays, Double A. You're going to need this now if you're Lakeside, trying to stay in this ball game. Under a minute to go in the first half. This could be huge. Remember, West Geauga deferred. They get the ball to start the third quarter.
And for that reason, Kyle, I think they're going to take a shot at the next 2 plays. I don't think you're going to see a field goal.
No, you definitely want to score a touchdown here and keep this game inside 1 score. And I think Coach Henton going to hedge his bets, take a timeout. He had 3, so why not take 1, talk it over, and see if you can get into that end zone. What an amazing drive, Double A. And that catch by Sincere Turner, maybe one of the best ones we've seen in the past 2 years here on CVC TV.
It was a great route, too. It was great coverage there by Gooden on the outside, too. So just that matchup, when you get a great ball thrown your way, amazing. You know, that's what you want to see. But you got 2 plays here, and kudos to Lakeside for saying, hey, we're going to run the clock down to ensure that West G doesn't get the football back. But this is an opportunity here. You see the scoreboard. Got to get these points.
A phenomenal play leading to this drive, now getting down inside the 5-yard line for Lakeside. 2 chances, 43 seconds to go in this first half to try and get on the scoreboard again and make this a 1-score game again. Going into the halftime break.
Stacking the backfield, too, getting some additional resources.
And Bartone behind again, going to get some blockers. Bartone puts his head down, and I think he's going to be short again. What a job by West Geauga. That was 28 who got in there on the play for the Wolverines. Miles Baker, the junior linebacker. So 4th down. This is a big 4th down in this first half. Could have implications for the second half, too.
And they're running the clock down, too, so you don't even snap this.
Yeah, you don't want to give the other team a chance. This is the last play of the half.
Yeah, you snap this with 2 seconds left.
And so we'll do a 13. It's going to be a pass. Outside throw. Is it caught? Waiting for the word.
He said he had the ball.
They say it's a touchdown. What a play on the left side. We called his name a few times, but Zion Thomas makes the play for 6. What a catch.
He held the ball up like he was in Lion King. I mean, look at the poise there again. Great ball, great placement.
Catch. That's a tough catch right there, but Thomas, one of the leaders, he's the junior on this team, but Coach Hedden talked about it. These guys are all stepping up. And Thomas, 6 big points on the catch there.
These teams are really, and they're going to go for 2 here to make this a field goal difference, Kyle.
Yeah, 17-12 the score, and you mentioned it, Amber is in that shotgun, and I think this is going to be a chance. Maybe West G calls their final timeout. They will. Okay, let's talk this over. We want to make sure we're prepared.
I mean, for Ambrose, like the balls that he has thrown today, both quarterbacks have thrown great balls, but his decision-making has been really impressive tonight.
We've seen almost 20 pass attempts. Compared to last week with the weather, we didn't see that many at all. But only 3 incompletions tonight. That is impressive. Both these quarterbacks are finding their receivers, making great plays, putting the ball exactly where they need to. Talk about Ambrose tonight, unofficially 7 of 9 for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had the 1 interception on the miscue where he had a receiver open but just threw him to the right instead of down the middle, and we know what happened after that. West G went and scored. On the other side, Finn Keenan, 9 of 10, 113 yards. He's been great.
I think the Perry game last week, we saw our 4th pass attempt in the second overtime.
I think so. Keenan, or I should say rather, Amber is in the shotgun. He's going to look, pass it out, that ball tip, but still caught by Bartone. He's trying to force his way through, and he is going to be short.
Great tackle.
I don't know how Bartone didn't get in, but that's a great job by West G's defense to keep Bartone out. So that means the score is going to stay.
Well, let's watch the replay. Oh, great job coming off of the block. West G has done that a few times, number 18.
Yeah, Nate Godden, you talked about before, phenomenal play on a reception earlier in the game, and now on defense making a big stop there because
he slipped off the block. He did a great job slipping off the block at the end zone and then going for the play. He made the play before Bartone was able to turn the corner. Otherwise, Bartone's scoring.
Well, do we see a kickoff here with 9 seconds to go in the first half?
Ooh, this is a good question, Kyle. That's a great question.
I don't know if you want to squib this and put the ball at 35 or possibly further and have the ability to run an offensive play. Remember, West G still has 2 timeouts, so you can run a couple quick plays, call timeout immediately, and then there's a shot. And both these teams can make big plays. We've seen it.
But I would almost think it would be better to run. I mean, it's 9 seconds versus if you do get a kick return and you get a stop, 6 seconds. But
big Westerfield back to kick this one off. People raising their hands like they had a question in class. And Westerfield
Ouch.
actually hit his teammate on the
Ouch.
left side.
Oh, my goodness. Dog.
I'll tell you what.
We don't need to identify who got hit there.
Well, I'm going to say Hayden Newsom just got drilled in the
my
side of the head.
man.
Freshman to freshman crime right there. My goodness.
He's okay, by the way, guys.
He's okay.
He's
Tristan
okay.
Westerfield, of course, also a freshman, just saying, hey, you know what? He's my classmate. Maybe he stole an answer off a test. Maybe something happened, but he just got drilled on the sideline. Man, hopefully he's okay down there, man. I've never been more happy to see someone wear a helmet
Thank goodness.
in my life at this point.
You are required, unless you're injured, to wear a helmet on the sidelines.
But now this is what we're talking about, Double A. This ball is going to get put down at the 48-yard line. There's a chance for West G here to score because, remember, they have 9 seconds and 2 timeouts left. You can get a chunk play here, call a timeout, and then have one more shot at the end zone.
That's the tricky thing about that decision-making. But it's been consistent with what they've been doing all night.
And Keenan's been near perfect so far throwing the football. And Lakeside going to take one of their timeouts.
It's like basketball. You see the look, into the quarter, we'll call time.
And I do want to apologize. I misspoke. West G has used all of their timeouts. Lakeside has now 1 remaining. Lakeside had the 2 timeouts left. So
But-
West G does have to make a big play.
Well,
Maybe.
your point is still valid but this is what Coach Hinton is telling his players right now.
Don't give up a big play here. Yeah, make sure keep in bounds.
Keep them in bounds. Protect the sidelines.
Yes.
Protect the sidelines.
Because
That's
you
what
don't
you're
want,
saying.
10, 15, 20-yard play getting out of bounds and having one more shot to get the ball down the field. Because Keenan would probably feel pretty good about having the ball at the 40, 35-yard line somewhere in there and being able to throw that ball into the end zone.
But if you're West G, and you see it here, you line up 2 receivers on each side. Watch the man in the flat as well. That could go out of bounds.
Get in that shotgun. Going to look to throw quick. That one is caught, and he's going to get out of bounds. That's exactly what we just talked about. Great throw and catch to the outside to Dominic Peros. And now, still 5 seconds, plenty of time.
But if you're Lakeside, there's not really much you could have done in that situation, though, because you give up enough yards, but you keep everything in front of you. That was your job. They did it. So now, hey, at the 42, like you just mentioned, if I'm the safeties right now, you should be off the television screen. We should not be seeing the safeties on the TV screen. They should be back at like the 20.
We'll see what Coach Rosati and company have. They have to go 42 yards here in 5 seconds at the end of this first half, which should be the last play. Keenan going to load up. He's going to throw. That ball's got a chance to get back there. It's up. Was it caught? No, it falls incomplete. And that's how we end the first half. No penalties on the fields.
And let me say this real quick before we're going to break. In that situation, I'd almost feel more comfortable if you're the DB. I know at the end of the touchdown, bat the ball down. Just bat it down. Get that ball to the ground, because in future situations, you don't want the receiver to just pick that up and score.
That's where we sit, Double A at halftime, 17-12 here on CVC TV. Another good game this week. Only 5 points separate West G and Lakeside here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. With that, we will take a break. On the other side, of course, we'll recap the first half and get you ready for half number 2 from Ashtabula here on CVC TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and please welcome the 2024 West Geauga Marching Band. Picture standing directed by James Branch, assisted by Taylor Savary, Kevin Pacheski, and John. We open tonight's alternative rock show with I Don't Care by Fall Out Boy. is Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. This song features our Wolverettes, led by Captains Madison Spencer and Julianne Spire. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Thank you to Lakeside Dragons once again for hosting. Go West, beat the Dragons.
Tonight, the Dragon Marching Band will perform music from a decade known for Star Wars, the advancement of women's rights, rising inflation, and long lines at the gas pump. Yep, it's that 70s show, Part 2. Our first song hit the charts in 1970 is considered to be one of the greatest heavy metal songs of all time. Here's Black Sabbath's 1970 hit, Paranoid. The group Santana was established in 1966, but didn't start to create a following until their performance at Woodstock. Their style of Latin-infused rock was infectious and stood out from other groups. Our next selection became Santana's first top 10 hit, going all the way to number 9. We now feature trumpet player Brianna Hawkins and our Dragon Majorettes as junior drum major Jada Delano conducts the Dragon Marching Band in the 1970s Santana hit, Evil Ways. Just a quick shout out to everyone who was able to attend our Dragon Band Night last Saturday. Your support of our area marching bands is phenomenal, and we appreciate your attendance and generosity. We would like to thank our Dragon music patrons, which include Scott and Kelly Yop, the Elder Stevensons, the Krasanskis, plus others like Mike's Lawn Care. So if your yard is in disrepair, look no further and contact Mike's Lawn Care. Become a Dragon music patron today by talking to a music booster or Mr. Rope. Our last piece tonight has become the Dragon Marching Band's favorite tune so far this year. So without further ado, The Dragon Marching Band concludes this evening's performance with the 1976 AC/DC hit, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Lakeside High School Dragon Marching Band. Here's some of our out-of-town scores. Most of these games are at the half. Austintown pitches up 7-3 over Riverside. Pontiac and Orange are tied at 7 at the half. Harvey is up 10, 22-12 over Jefferson. That's at the half. Monotumi Valley is up 20-14 over Rootstown. Warren JFK blanking Grand Valley 43-0 at the half. Hubbard up big 34-6 over Niles at the half. And Hawkins blanking Edgewood 28-0 at the half. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of Hall of Fame Alumni Hall of Fame night, I just want to read to you our 2000.
Welcome back in, folks. Halftime here.
Inductees.
In Ashtabula, Ohio, Lakeside High School, the home Lakeside Dragons trailing the visiting West Geauga Wolverines 17-12 here on your CVC TV game of the week. Again, Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alford with you on the call. In the first half, AA West G came out, took a solid lead, an 11-point lead at 17-6, but Lakeside able to get some points at the end of that first half, and we've got a ball game.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job. It seems like, with Lakeside, there's been a few times where they, got in their own way a little bit, a couple of mishaps, had a turnover that led to one of West G's points. But Lakeside has figured out, how to drive down the field, with their trio of athletes that they have. But West G, they have done a great job pretty much all game long being able to show out their balanced offensive attack, going up and down the field, and do it with, honestly, tough field position. But both teams doing a great job. We're in for a really, really, really good second half.
It should be honestly really entertaining, too. The big playability for both of these teams. You talk about the backfield for Lakeside. We expected, obviously, some big plays. We expected, obviously, the explosiveness. But I'm almost kind of surprised. Our first chance to see J. Anthony Williams and what he's been able to do in this game, whether it's, of course, the big receptions, obviously the big runs too, the kick return to start the game, the impact he has, even on defense, making some big plays. Number 11, a big deal for that for the green and gold.
We talked about his second level speed too. Sometimes you don't realize that he's turned out of Jets until it's too late, but that's the key. Getting the star players, and with Williams is the big one, just get him the football. And when he's able to get the football in space, you're in for something here for Lakeside.
Talk about Lakeside again, coming into this game 1-2. They won week 1, 21-14, but since then it's been tough. Offense has had some rough goings. They haven't had a lot of momentum. On the other side, West G, that week 1 also a close game. It was a 2-point loss to Chagrin. And after that, just 2 tough games against 2 really good opponents, again, including Aurora, who was in there as well. I mean, West G has already scored their highest season point total this year at 17.5. And to keep this momentum going, obviously, starting and stopping with Katz, but also Finn Keenan, who's been fantastic there. And
Finn Keenan, I'm glad you brought him up, because Keenan, his ability, I like how he's directing traffic too. I like how he's able to progress through multiple reads, and direct his receivers to where he wants them to be, when the football arrives. He's doing a great job. The thing to watch, though, in this second half, Lakeside is starting to figure out defensively how to slip in a little bit here. So, Keenan's going to maintain his poise, but the offensive line, he's got to do a good job of picking up Lakeside defensively when they start to crash.
In a phenomenal first half, and of course a chance to always talk about the presenting sponsor for CVC TV, the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery, Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties including everything from dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction for all of your oral surgery needs. Visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com.
The other story of this game, we've only seen 1 kick return.
1 true kick return. The last time Big 77 kicked it off for Lakeside. One of his freshman teammates got absolutely drilled.
Yeah, he got drilled. Yeah, he got drilled.
It's a 433 down there, Hayden Newsom. Wasn't the wrong place at the wrong time. Looks like we're seeing a different kicker now. I think it is Ambrose that's actually going to kick this one away.
So very curious, and yeah, let's see where it goes.
77's also lined up there too, so you never know if Westerfield, maybe they'll pull a hat out of their trick there, but they won't. And Ambrose will kick that one away. It's going to be a normal kickoff. It's going to drill down to the 20. Here comes Katz. He breaks left side, and a big hit out of the 30-yard line. Solid job there from Lakeside. That was Jackson Huffman, one of the seniors who got in and made the play.
That was the first true kick return for West G all game.
Took to the second half to get there. And there was a penalty marker thrown down that way.
I mean, we've been used to seeing penalties on kickoffs, but that's because they've been going out of bounds.
And maybe the ball got picked up, possibly. The penalty flag got picked up because they're going to be on the 30, and that's where we're going to start as the ball is placed. Here in this third quarter, Ben Keenan and company, great job in the first half from Keenan. Unofficially 10 of 12 for 128 yards. Led the offense down the field, some big plays, extending plays with his mobility in the pocket, being able to step up.
You don't think they'll dare run a play fake on first down, would they?
No, but they stacked that box, expecting a run. Cats got it, and tell you what, Lakeside was ready. There must have been 9 or 10 players in the box. Take your pick. There was about 8 or 9 guys who made the tackle.
Yeah, they pretty much expected. That's why I was like, man-on-man going up. When you have ISO up top with man-to-man coverage way out on the island, you probably realize, they're going to probably run the football and stack in.
Yeah, well, Cats got maybe a yard on the play, so 2nd and long coming up. Keenan in the shotgun. Looking to throw, quick pass, and it's behind his receiver, incomplete. Looking out there in a flag. A flag came in late. He was looking. Again, for 18, Nate got him. Or Godin, I should say. And we'll see what the flag is.
And what's interesting, I think if Bartone would have turned around, if he would have knew the ball was coming quickly.
Could have made a play there on that.
That could have been a pick 6.
Yeah, because there was nobody over there. And, of course, Godin fell, trying to reach back to make the catch. But there was a penalty that came in. Looks like maybe it was declined from Lakeside. So instead of getting 2nd down again, it's going to be 3rd down and long. Trusting the defense is Coach Hatton here. Keenan uncharacteristically with that incompletion. Only his 3rd of the night on 13 attempts. 2 bunch at the bottom of your screen, 2 up top. Keenan going to roll to his right, looking, going to step up. He's going to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a receiver, and just in and out of the reach of his intended target. And that was Charlie Kulik, who was right there and just a little bit out of the reach of Kulik. That's going to be 4th down and long, and a great job by Lakeside's defense to force this punt.
Yeah, great 3 and out, great, well-coached drive for Lakeside. Flowers was able to get the pickup block for Keenum to be able to step into the throw, but still got out of the reach, and Lakeside forcing the punt.
I think for the first time today we're going to see a punt from West Geauga. Remember, they had the fake punt.
That's right.
Flowers actually got a 1st down on it. This is a little more dangerous. I don't expect them to do that again. This should be a normal punt, and it will be. But Miller is back, and tell you what, directional punt right out of the sideline. It actually stayed in a little longer than it was supposed to.
That was amazing.
That's going to go out. Let's see where officially this gets marked. Is the side judge there you see at the bottom of your screen will walk this out. And it will be on the 46-yard line of Lakeside. So great starting field possession now for the Dragons on their first drive. And what was a fantastic first half for Omar Ambrose. He threw the ball extremely well and looking to carry that momentum now into half number 2 double.
Did a great job there, too. Remember, again, that first down, they stacked the box. The Lakeside was able to identify, the defense, carrying through, forcing the 3 and out. Got great field position to start.
In the middle of their first possession of the game, they started on the West G 32-yard line, had a punt. So we'll see how they handle good field position this time around, the first possession of this half, as the defense held their ground. Amber is in the shotgun. Man in motion is Williams. He's going to keep it himself. Amber is going to look to run. He's going to break to the outside. He got met, and he's going to get torn down for a loss.
It was number 9, Joseph Moore.
Oh, Joseph Moore, the sophomore, got out there, and man, that was tough for Ambrose. He had nowhere to go. There was no pass option either because there was blocking going on. That's a 5-yard loss.
And great job by Moore for staying home, because that could have easily have been a broken play defensively.
Yeah.
But Moore stayed disciplined. He didn't go after the fake.
Yeah, Williams was in motion. He thought maybe he was going to get that end around and possibly take off from top of the screen to the bottom, but Ambrose decided to keep it.
Yeah, but that's great coaching, because if you're undisciplined, you're going with Williams.
You are. So 2nd and long. Ambrose is going to dump it off. That one is to, again, what has been a quiet night, and again, nothing going right there. Great job by West Geauga, and I tell you what, Devin Miller just can't seem to get the ball moving forward in this ball game. 3rd and long coming up.
So a little bit of difference as far as like how Miller, was at least used in the game we had last year. Miller was lined up all over the field. He was lined up a receiver a ton.
Yeah.
In our game last year. This year, or in this game rather, lined up in the backfield, but defense has been pretty much on him.
Both defenses to start this second half coming out with their hair on fire, making some big stops. 3rd and 20. for Lakeside. Under pressure, Amber's going to get hit as he threw, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. He got leveled in the backfield by Flowers, who came in and put the boom on number 15. He got the ball away. That's going to force fourth down.
He did the job. He did the job. Flowers did it right there. No hesitation. Hey, if it looks like if that was a screen, I'm not sure if it was going to be a screen, but if it was, go after the quarterback. You got 20 yards to defend.
I think Flowers just broke through. He's been that kind of player today. Expecting more of an impact on offense in the second half, too, as Ambrose punts that one through. He'll fair catch it. It's going to take a Lakeside bounce and dribble inside the 30. And it will stop at about the 25-yard line. That's where West G will take over. So 2 quick 3-and-outs for these clubs in Double-A after both teams scoring some points. We hadn't seen them really get on the board the past couple of weeks. Now the defense is really stepping up to start this third quarter.
Well, it's good to see. I mean, chess match, both teams really adjusting to the looks that they've been seeing offensively. And the defenses, it feels like, Kyle, they're more confident as far as, like, they're more disciplined, but they're also confident as far as what they need to go after.
I want to give a shout out to the Lakeside drone that's been flying above our heads all ball game. Happen to see a little green light blinking over the field right now.
I wonder if it'll be on their film.
Make sure you wave to the camera if you are. Keaton in the shotgun. Handing Katz right side. He's going to break through and has some room to run. But again, Lakeside's defense keeping that to a minimal gain of about 3.
And Lakeside's doing a better job. If you notice in the first half of this ball game, especially in the first quarter, Lakeside had quite a few missed tackles. And you're not seeing that here so far in the second half.
Second and 6 on the 34-yard line. Let's play a game. Who's going to get the first down of this third quarter? His both defense have been fantastic. Keening in a rod. He's going to face pressure. Keening going to throw that one off. It is caught. And there it is, the first down of this third quarter, but a flag comes in late. Great job over the middle on that catch for Cooper Vasicki.
Wonder if it's going to be
legal
man. That's what I was thinking.
Bring it back, and it will not be the first down. We tried.
It was a great route.
Oh, great job. Yeah, just great play.
Things opened up, but, that penalty.
The lineman kind of pulls it back. Yeah, that happens. The penalties will negate first down.
Yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
Yeah, buddy.
So we're going to move all the way back to about the 24-yard.
We haven't had a first down yet in this half, have we?
We have not. I was teased by the West G offense there and almost got one, but instead now it's going to be 2nd and 11 on their own 24. Keenan looking to throw over the middle. This one behind his receiver. That's incomplete. Dangerous pass there. Because again, Vasicki was the intended target and almost a little uncharacteristic in this third quarter, seeing Keenan a little bit inaccurate throwing the football.
Although I wonder if that ball was in front of the receiver, if it was in danger of getting picked off.
When you try to place it to not get your receiver hit too, that's obviously important.
That's a big deal. That's a huge deal.
Well, it builds trust too when you're throwing your targets to make sure you're keeping them safe over the middle and still putting the ball where it needs to. And now another 3rd and long on the way. Flowers is in motion. They'll dump it off. It's going to be a screen to the outside. That one is caught, but great defense and a great tackle on the outside. I think that was Miller who made the stop. I'll tell you what, you can't make a play on offense, making plays on defense. Devin Miller's had a couple big tackles and forcing Miller punts.
They're doing a better job of open field tackling first off, doing a much better job. And Lakeside is their strategy at this moment, keep everything in front. Keep everything in front. We'll take all the flat routes. We'll take all the dig routes, everything underneath. But you try to go across and run slants, good luck.
Miller back to receive this punt, almost blocked by Lakeside. Devin Miller get a chance. Nope, it's going to bounce back, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 49-yard line of the Dragons. So again, great starting field position for the Dragons here.
Just under 8 minutes to go in the third. 17-12.
And if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, or repair your ATVs and equipment, look no further than Hobby Motorsports and Equipment. They offer top deals and expert repairs for all your motorsports needs. Whether you're upgrading or need a quick fix, their team has got you covered. Visit them on Facebook at Hobby Motorsports and Equipment, or go to their location at 7935 Euclid Chardon Road in Kirtland. Hobby Motorsports and Equipment, your trusted source for all things ATV and equipment. All right, so 3 consecutive stops to start this third quarter. 3 and outs. Can Lakeside buck the trend on offense? And right side, West G says, I don't know. Bartone had nowhere to go. Great job. Flowers led the way.
And they're pursuing multiple guys over to Bartone, and it's been a frustrating night on the ground for Bartone.
In general, I want to say for Lakeside AA, the most success they've had has been able when they've been throwing the football. And you may have to abandon the rush here a little bit and kind of trust your quarterback, who was throwing 2 touchdowns in the game, to try and get more points on the board. Amber's going to roll out to his right. Going to pass over the top. He's got a receiver out of the reach of Williams. Incomplete. He had J. Anthony Williams in the flat near the 50-yard line. And he had room and a blocker out there with Sincere Turner, but just a little bit high throw on the pressure from West G.
Yeah, and that's what happens, too, when Sean Leonard is in your face. Forces you to – he knew what he wanted to do, but it forces you to speed it up, and the ball lobs because the play was open.
Wouldn't want to be that guy with Leonard in my face.
No.
Not a fun situation for
he slips through
out there. Yeah.
And we've seen a few plays where Leonard has slipped through and has sped things up.
So him and Flowers, what a combo on defense. 3rd and long. Amber's looking to pass again. Going to step up, throw over the middle, and it is caught. What a catch. Sincere Turner again with a fantastic grab, and that's going to move the chains.
Turner did a great job. Let's see what happened right. Oh man, that was in traffic.
That's a tough catch too.
He did a great job owning the catch. The defender, I would have liked the defender there because he had an opportunity to pick it off, to step in and claim the football, but Turner did that himself.
Turner with a great catch. Now Bartone on the right side. He puts his head down, and one of the longest carries of the game for Nate Bartone, about 5 yards.
And one of the few times that Lakeside, you mentioned, the backfield trying to get things going, and after a big play, that might be the time to unload running the football when the guys are tired a little bit.
When you give a first down on 3rd and 13, you feel a little defeated at that point, and yeah, try to punch him in the mouth. The call from Coach Henson. Williams this time gets the end around. He's going to cut back. He's got that speed. Williams cuts back through. He's going to spin through for a first down, but there's another flag on the backside. There was some blocking going on over there. We'll see what the official call is. And it's going to be holding AA on Lakeside. So negate the first down. We're going to move backwards.
Yeah, because I'm not sure exactly who was called for the holding on Lakeside side of things, but Miller had a great pickup block on the outside, but for not. It's going to come back.
Remember they teased that play before last drive where Williams came across the formation and didn't take the handoff. This time he did. And you mentioned that second-tier speed if he makes that first cut is phenomenal and found a hole, but now instead we're moving back and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Amber is going to roll to his right. Looking, throwing, and that is incomplete. Some early contact, and that may be pass interference. Timing is tough, and Charlie Kulik maybe hit him a little bit too early as, again, the receiver out there, Zion Thomas, drew it. And that is going to be pass interference on West Geauga.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. But call had to be made.
A huge penalty. That's going to give Lakeside a first down, and we're moving inside the 30-yard line here.
Yeah, I mean, don't look now, but Lakeside is inching close to the red zone, just outside of it.
And again, it's been the success of throwing the football in these spots. Amber is a senior, but really, again, his first experience this year as a quarterback, at least the starting quarterback of this team, he is stepping up tonight.
And they want to take advantage of the middle of the field.
Ambrose going to step, throw, middle, and that is incomplete. Diving defender down there again. This time was cool, like he tried to make up for it. Almost had an interception. Now the reach, a triplet, so a shot taken on first down, and they'll live to fight another day.
And there have been some close calls too. That's why I'm a little bit surprised this drive has been able to progress here, because there have been some very close calls defensively from the turnover.
And pressure too. I mean, you talk about Ambrose just getting hit almost every time he steps up to throw that football. And the release, he's barely getting that ball off as he's in that shotgun again. Handoff, Williams. He's going to break and then cut back inside. He's got room. Williams cuts through the middle. He cuts into the 5. He's still on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, J. Anthony Williams, 24 yards. dead to rights on the right. Go back up the middle, use your speed, and get in for 6.
That play was beautiful. That play was beautiful. Coach Hinton, again, mentioned with the transfer, an embarrassment of riches. And the cut that he was able to make, he should have lost like 3 or 4 yards.
There was a wall of Wolverine defenders. And I'll tell you what, Anthony Williams, right place, right time, cuts back through. Everyone committed to the right side. He played the middle and then used that speed and size. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 again here, AA, trying to make this again.
Do they have enough players? They have 10 players out
Miller's
there.
going to run out there and try to get the play off. Amber is again in that shotgun, trying to make it a 3-point game. Quick throw. Miller, it's the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. He wasn't looking for the ball.
That would have been tough anyway.
A really tough play for Miller, who just checked into the game about 2 seconds before that pass was thrown, essentially. And does not matter. Lakeside AA does take the lead, 18-17.
Let's go back to the touchdown because, he should have lost 2 yards.
Oh, what a
But that cut, and that's how it's so. Oh man, that was beautiful too. The linebackers is so tough to read Williams because you got to stay home on him, but at the same time you got an opportunity to slash down. The line caught them all. Williams cut him up, and then again at the second level, his speed is amazing. He broke through that tackle in the secondary, got in the end zone.
A receiving touchdown or rushing touchdown. Remember that big kick return to start the ball game and a couple of big defensive plays. Anthony Williams, big reason why Lakeside has a lead, 18-17, as we're halfway through the third quarter.
Now be mindful scoreboard-wise. Lakeside has been unsuccessful on 2 2-point conversions. They went for the extra point.
Well, they missed that first
and
extra
they missed
point.
it, yeah.
So now kind of we're trying to rely on the 2-point conversion to build back that lead, AA, as you just mentioned, but a couple of failed 2-point conversions as well. That's why we have the 18 points on the board. And for West G, again, it's been a struggle, but will the offense turn it on now? Kickoff again is short.
That's a live ball.
And they just fell right on the play.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, there was no taking any chances there.
That ball was not going to bounce the way you wanted to.
Yeah, Zarek
fall on it.
He was like, no, we're not going to let that ball bounce around. We want to keep possession. We'll take it to 29. That's fine. Katz was thinking about returning that one, but nevertheless, that's where Finn Keenan and company will take back over. And AA, it's been tough sledding in this third quarter. Again, we mentioned a little bit of uncharacteristic, a few passes behind his receivers, obviously trying to set them up and not hurt them, but at the same point, got to complete these passes now because Lakeside is starting to click on offense again.
And start to rebuild your confidence, right? Start to rebuild it. You know, the record, I kind of forgot about it until I looked at our score graphic. Like, the record is what it is. Maintain that confidence, build it back up. Maybe a quick completion will help.
We'll give the ball to Katz, who's been the workhorse in this game. He breaks through. Katz gets through and gets a first down. Big run there by Dagan Katz.
Or you can do that. You might get a little small 11-yard gain, you know, get a first down.
Katz has both touchdowns on the night. Of course, 85 yards on the ground on 16 carries. They have been using him exclusively. Hard to miss with those bright green cleats on down there.
That's a good point.
They're going to say he was short actually by a yard, so it's going to be second down and short. Handoff middle, head down, first down for Flowers, who powered ahead for 4.
So again, you got 2 offensive weapons there in the backfield that's really starting to establish themselves. Going to see a little substitution defensively on the line for Lakeside. Try to get some fresh bodies. The one advantage that Lakeside has, you mentioned on the pregame show, if you were talking with Coach Hinton, the numbers that they have on their roster size, that's going to help them here in the second half.
It really is now. Keenan going to keep that ball himself. He's going to get just blown up. Still trying to go forward, but momentum's going to stop at the 40, so a loss of 2. I think Keenan wanted to hand that ball off, but man, he just high snap, tough play, and
they're flying.
Yeah,
this defense is flying now to the ball, and it's not undisciplined now either. Maybe the first quarter it was a bit undisciplined with the missed tackles and stuff. They're calming down now, and they know where they need to go. But it's discipline on the side of Lakeside.
Can the Wolverines respond? Keenan going to roll out immediately, throw to the outside. That ball almost intercepted. I'll tell you what, Miller's going to look back at that and say, man, that should have been mine, and he had nobody in front of him. With that speed, that would have been tough to catch Devin Miller. Instead, it's going to be 3rd down and long.
And I'll tell you what, West G is sign of relief there. Sign of relief, because the game completely changes with what we both believe would have been a pick six.
Yeah, there was nobody in front of Devin Miller. I mean, Keenan was there, but he was behind the play. That would have been tough ask for the quarterback to recover and make that tackle. Don't have to, though. And is that going to be offsides? Lakeside, and it is. So that 5 more yards. So a 3rd and 12 becomes a 3rd and 7. The ball's going to get moved up.
That'll move West Geauga
Our count.
5 yards.
Smart play. Coach Rosati and company
To about their own
going to have the ball now at the
45-yard
45-yard line. So now 3rd and 7. A couple more plays, and the playbook get opened up double A with that.
7.
Wonder how West G will approach this. You know, again, you got the speedy defense with Lakeside. Can West G get back to counteracting the aggressive defense?
A lot of space at the bottom of your screen. That ball was thrown. It is caught. It's a 1st down and eventually taken out of bounds the 42-yard line.
Complete to number 3.
Great catch on the outside there by Vecchio, and he'll move the chains.
We got a late flag there while you was chopping that up there after the play.
Maybe some unnecessary roughness from Lakeside, I would imagine, the tackle late.
And just think about this. You go from the 3rd and 12 to the 3rd and 7, which I think opened up the playbook, like you said, with that route there that gave him the 1st down. And then now you're going to tackle on a 15-yard penalty here for the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, just the extracurriculars after the tackle was made and force out around the 40-yard line. But instead, that ball going to get moved now all the way up double A to inside the 30 to the 26, 27-yard line. And West G's in business here. Keenan under center. Return pitch out to Katz. He's going to get met in the backfield. 1A play by Lakeside. Tell you what, Thierry Anderson with a phenomenal tackle in the backfield.
Anderson again with his speed, slipping right in there. The light for Katz there to just turn up the field. You got the speed, you got the advantage there. As soon as that pitch is there, turn up the field, because they're coming after you on the slants. It's happened a few times in this game.
2nd down and long throw. That one tipped and almost intercepted on the far sideline. And a great job by Lakeside's defense there, just closing out on that pass attempt. And came just a little bit late to that throw.
That was a good job there defensively. I believe Diaz there at 14 that broke it up. And great athleticism on his part.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 14 on the Dragon 31-yard line. And as the clock continues to tick down, you want to take advantage of good field position right now if you're West G. Keenan going to face some pressure. It's going to be a dump-off pass. Flowers working right side. He's going to try and get the 1st down, but he's going to be short by about 4 yards. 10 on the play, and now a decision to be made.
Curious what the range field goal wise would be if they're in field goal range at this point.
You know, Addison's got a big boot, but looks like maybe it's going to be offense's turn to stay out there on 4th and 5 on the 21-yard line for Lakeside. Dragons with a big opportunity here to try and get a turnover on downs. Keenan's going to have 3 spread wide at the bottom of your screen double A, and with that, a timeout actually going to be called here by West Geauga. So for preference, the ball's at the 21-yard line. Losing you spotted about 10 yards back for a field goal attempt. It would be about a 41-yard field goal. Again, for Cook, who we know can kick the ball pretty far. We saw her warm it up from deep, but tough ask on a cold night. Chilly now.
And remember too, we really highlighted this last week in Perry with the Kirtland Perry game. High school footballs, the footballs are hard footballs.
It's practically like kicking a rock.
Yeah, they're hard footballs, and the temperatures, while it's not raining like it was last week, we are near the lake. It has dropped. So, that's a tough ask.
I think maybe if you're maybe 10 yards more closer, then you feel a little more confident in taking that kick. But also, hey, 3rd quarter, 3:01 to go. Even if you don't get this 1st down, you still feel pretty confident in your defense.
Well, you trust the field position battle, right?
You do.
You trust the field position opportunity here, and 5 yards. Remember, West G converted on 3rd down earlier in the drive on a 3rd and 7. So there is a chance. Again, watch on the outside defensively. Lakeside's going to crash.
Here we go. Keenan again. Trips to the bottom of your screen. One lone receiver up top. That's where he goes. Keenan throws. It's caught, and it's a 1st down. What a play on the outside right there to Dominic Peros, and a huge throw and catch and a 1st down.
Same route, except it happened on the opposite side of the field to get the 1st down. So 2 straight conversions, this time on 4th down conversion, getting that out route, getting the 1st down.
5th catch of the game for Peros. He's been big in some big spots. Keenan and company keeping this drive alive. Handing middle carry, and I'll tell you what, Lakeside's defense swarming.
That was a wall. Minute 2.
There's not a lot of places to run there for West G. That was Nasir Levy again. He had a 9-yard carry in the 1st half. Got maybe 3 on that play.
Yeah, he did. Did a great job there defensively. West G did carve up 3 yards.
Hey, positive, right? Just keep moving the ball forward. That's always a plus. And at the bottom of your screen now. Got some soft coverage out there. Keenan, that's where he's going to roll and look. He's going to roll left, looking, throwing, end zone, receiver, caught, touchdown! What a play to Nate Godin on the left side. Saw some soft coverage, some zone, and Godin exploited it, found the open spot, and caught it for 6.
You called it as far as where Keenan wanted to go with the rollout. And again, here in high school, all you need is 1 foot in the end zone for it to count. He did the 2-tapper. That is a great placement with the football. And to make this a 7-point touchdown difference, West G and Keenan back on the field to go for 2.
13-yard score. What a play on the outside there. And now 23-18 as the fun scoreboard continues here at Lakeside High School. Keenan, I believe he's going to line up under center here.
Wouldn't be surprised you see some slants from the outside receivers.
Cats in the backfield too. There it is. Quick throw over the top. Intercepted. That can be returned. Or can it? I think it won't. They're going to call it dead. Okay, so I seem to get people really excited.
No, that's no fun.
Yeah, but I guess by rule that play is dead. There's no return. Matt Wagner, who made a big play in the 1st half on a big catch, read that perfectly. And I'll tell you what, it would have been a foot race.
Yeah,
to see what would have happened with that, and I think if you're Lakeside, you kind of wish you could have returned that for 2 points and made it a.
That would have made it a 3-point difference.
That would have been, yeah, making it close. Let's look at the replay again. Great read by Wagner, and again he took off thinking, hey, I can do this, but then again the rule book came into his head about the 20-yard line is what he remembers.
I'm surprised that was the decision. You're right. I'm surprised that was the decision offensively. Again, I thought you used those outside receivers kind of crash there on the slants, just slant in. There was less traffic on the outside, just man.
Well, he also trusts Flowers, too, over that middle play to try and make it. He's made a bunch of big plays running and catching in this ball game. And it's pick your poison, right? And at that
Absolutely.
Point, and if there's no
Because what would have happened if one of the linebackers would have dropped to the outside? So you could have had the same situation
And
there.
he was open for a brief second, but again, great job by Wagner to collapse as the safety there and make that interception, because it could have been a lot worse. This is a pooch kick. This one will have to be picked up, and it's been touched. But, man, I'll tell you what, every kickoff is like a new journey.
The ball is...
Starring Brendan Fraser, we're going to the center of the earth, and that ball almost got returned at that point.
Well, it's more...
down 29.
I'm sorry, Kyle. There's more moisture, kind of out here, too. Even our rosters, I barely have...
I've been trying to touch
papers.
Them, trying to hang out.
I gotta get someone who's an expert on science to really break down the sports science with the footballs and stuff.
You can always find a meteorologist.
Good.
They can help out with the weather and the moisture and
Good.
humidity, dew points, other weather terms. As Ambrose is ready, dumping the ball off on the short side. That one is caught. And breaking through. My goodness, what a catch and run out past the 35-yard line. Miller, who has been quiet with the big catch. out of the backfield receiving the ball. You mentioned we saw that a lot last year.
Yeah, and a little bit different here this year. But, hey, offensively, I am like what I see from Lakeside. Like, there are some good highlights that you're seeing. But defense got to be responsible, kind of hold things down.
Amber's back in that shotgun. Going to hand this time. Miller left side working through. He's going to move forward and get close to a first down.
Devin Miller, the ball carrier.
Miller right near that line. I think he's going to be about a yard short.
You know, both these temes have not seen a close game in a little while now. You know, and we're in the thick of it. We're about a minute away from the fourth quarter. And it's going to be, you know, the heat of battle. It's one of these play calls. Can they get that first down, Lakeside, that they absolutely need here? Or do they play that field position battle?
Again in that shotgun. Bartone going to get the carry at the middle, and he's going to get absolutely stuffed. He needed a yard, maybe two, got about half of that. So decision time now for Coach Henton and Lakeside.
I mean, do you dare punt? I mean, you know where you are in the field, but do you want to get the ball back to West G? I mean, it's only a 5-point game, but it feels like you need to see how the defense is aligning and get this first down.
Yeah, Amber's going to be in that shotgun. Bartone's going to line up behind them. They got 20 seconds to go in this quarter. Trips bunch to the top of your screen. Bartone going to get a carry again this time. He puts his head down, and he should have enough for the first down. I'll tell you what, 8 carries, 13 yards for Bartone. That may have been the biggest 1 yard he's got tonight. As Lakeside will keep possession.
That was so important, Kyle, because, you know, if you punt that football, you don't want to run the risk of pressing and West G holding onto the ball for a good solid point of the fourth quarter. But you can still give yourself a chance going into the fourth.
Yep, 23-18 the score as we head into that fourth quarter here on CVC TV. Again, the home Lakeside Dragons trailing by 5, but with the ball near midfield. And another great ball game here on Chagrin Valley Conference. Well, looking to break into the exciting world of what we're doing right now, broadcasting or maybe film or digital media. The Ohio Media School here in Cleveland offering hands-on training in TV and radio broadcasting, audio production, sports broadcasting, and more. Their real-world approach, taught by industry professionals, ensures you are job-ready in just 8 months. Located conveniently over in Valley View, their Cleveland campus is your gateway to a rewarding career here in media. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com to start your journey today.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to OMS. Yesterday held an alumni talent show, their first talent show. Judges were great too.
Yeah, I heard you were judging out there. You know, it would have been great to go, but I couldn't walk.
No, I was not one of the judges, but
now, let's be honest, you were judging.
I was very much judging.
First and 10 for Lakeside. Ambrose with the pump fake. He's facing some pressure. He's going to throw that ball up. He's got a receiver through and in and out of the hands. Incomplete. Tell you what, he had Zion Thomas there, but again, you talk about the conditions, AA. Great touch on that pass, but just through the hands of Thomas.
And the pressure was there too. That would have been a tough play to make for Thomas there. I know, yes, it was in his hands, but you had a defender right there, so that eyesight issue would have been there, so tough play.
There's 10 of 16 for 186 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 1 interception on the game. The senior quarterback trying to lead Lakeside to come from behind win. Handoff, Williams at the middle. He's breaking through with that speed and toughness. Anthony Williams down to the 45-yard line. Give him 6.
Hey, big credit, too, to Christopher Eckerson, number 51, who had a monster block from the line, leads the center. And or not the center, but the right guard, or right tackle, excuse me. He had a big block.
All right, third down. Williams again, going to bounce to the outside, still moving through. Turns the corner, gets the first down. Flag came in late on the backside of that. Usually when plays get bounced out, that could mean holding.
It's going to be a block in the back.
And that will be. Great call there, AA, as the ball going to move back, and Lakeside had the first down, the speed of Williams on display, but instead 5 yards back, maybe further. We'll see where the penalty came out. An injured player on the field. A chance to remind you the presenting sponsor for CVC TV is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Their specialties including everything from dental surgery and implants corrective jaw and facial surgery and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website at www.ohsurgery.com. And hey, also, have you ever had an unwanted guest in your home? Oh, no, not AA.
Or Kyle.
Hey, you wrote it. How about an unwanted wildlife guest? Well, Alpha Animal Removal is Northeast Ohio's #1 service for animal control. They even specialize in the exclusion and humane removal of bats. I tell you what, bats, they are around here, believe it or not. If you need your wildlife guests to be safely trapped and removed, go ahead and visit alphaanimalremoval.com. They can get the job done for you. Also, if myself or AA are in your house, maybe don't call Alpha or Animal Removal. I'd probably just call 911 at that point. I'd be trespassing. I wouldn't want to do that.
It's going to be interesting to see here. You got a trips formation at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, pass out. Amber is looking. There was some tying up and some blocking, and there's going to be a penalty coming out. I'm curious to see what the official call is. The line judge is going to come over and talk to the head official here about that, because both players were just playing tug of war with each other's jerseys. We'll see what happens on the call, but it looks like maybe that could go against West Geauga. It was supposed to be a screen play, and Ambrose threw that ball pretty much immediately off the snap.
And again, the near side judge made the call.
Yeah, it was immediate. And they're going to call holding on the defense. So defensive holding is going to move that ball forward. Now, normally that would result in automatic first down. We'll see what the official call will be.
Check that, 10 yards.
Should be it should be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty. 47 is where the ball will go. We'll see if it stays third.
Third down and 3.
Apparently it will. It will stay third down, so no automatic first down on that. So now third and very manageable for the Dragons after being backed up a little bit there. So they won the tug of war double.
They did. Just don't let it happen again. I'm kidding. I sound like a concerned parent.
Ambrose hands off. What a stop. Still on his feet is Bartone, and he gets lit up. What a play by West Geauga. Sean Leonard back there again with a big stop.
Yeah, and then also the initial contact that was there to set it up. Man, just tough.
Yeah, Bartone has not been able to get anything going on the ground. West G just taking him out of the equation on offense, and looks like Ambrose is going to have to punt this football away with 10.5 minutes to go in this ball game, down 5. And it's a direct snap. It's going to be caught and kept, and Lakeside took a chance. They got 2. Miller tried to do something with it, but it will not go anywhere. And West G gets the ball on the Lakeside 45-yard line. We saw West Geauga do that, but it was obviously 4th and short. This was about a 4th and 7, 8 yards, and Miller did get a few, but just not enough.
Interesting play call right there. Very gutsy play call right there.
Especially with West G clicking the way they did now in that last drive AA. Surprising to see Lakeside take that shot.
But good discipline on West G side to get the stop.
Tell you what, now Finn Keenan and company have great field position on the Lakeside 45-yard line. Can they try to ice this game away? Cats in the backfield. There will be a handoff to Dagan Katz. He cuts through back on the left side behind that line, a wall of blockers, and gets maybe 4 to 5 yards.
I love that run, though, by Katz, because you're starting to see little signs of, hey, start to drive those legs. You know, you see it from some of the top tailbacks in the CVC since, you know, we've been doing this season. We saw it all last week. Guys getting extra yards, you know, after contact there. I want to see Katz kind of drive those legs a little bit, get those extra yards.
Spinning forward, falling forward, trying to keep positive momentum and get those positive gains. We've seen that. Some strong running games over the first few weeks. Handoff middle. Now Flowers working his way through, and he'll get about 2 to 3 yards, setting up a 3rd and manageable for West G.
Now, full credit, Flowers tried exactly that, but when you have 2 defenders. Right.
He still went forward, still got 2 3 yards on the play. Flowers, what a game, by the way. 9 carries for 60 yards. He also has 5 catches for 64 yards. So if you're doing math in your head, I'll do it for you. Over 120 total yards of offense for Flowers.
Critical 3rd down, though, here, Kyle. After the 4th down didn't go well at all for Lakeside, they got a chance to perhaps get the football right back.
Keenan 15-22 on the day, but it's going to be a handoff. Katz trying to work his way through, and he is going to get brought down. Nowhere to run. Great job there by Lakeside. A couple different defenders, putting Austin Bordeaux with a senior there to help bring down Katz. And decision time again coming up for West Geauga and Coach Rosati.
And this is the time here, defensively, you need to be ready for anything. You need to be ready for anything and everything. Here, it's a 5-yard difference, but you just laid your card out yourself. You went for the fake punt on 4th and 7, so no reason not to expect a fake punt on 4th and 5 should West G decide to go that route.
They definitely could. It looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. Yeah, West G's going to want to talk this one over and figure out what exactly they want. Situation obviously flipped AA because West Geauga is on Lakeside side of the field. They have the 5-point lead. It's a long 4.5 yards to get that first down. They could do another fake and still be comfortable with the results. They only get a couple yards like Lakeside just did because where the ball will be spotted if they did turn it over on downs.
They could. If it was me, though, you're leading by 5. You're West G.
You playing it safe?
I would actually just put football. Pin them deep, pin Lakeside deep, inside the 10. Make Lakeside prove they could drive all the way down the field.
But what's the fun of that?
There is no fun. That's why you go for it. I'm kidding. But if I'm if I'm West G, you're leading, you're playing field position a little bit here. But here's something else to keep track of, Kyle. It's 8:21 left. West G only has 1 timeout left. Yeah. So as we start to get down to the closeness of this game here, keep an eye on that timeout situation.
It's going to be important as Keenan and company jog back out on the field. So looks like they're going to go for this. Flowers going to line up in the backfield with them. Trips to the top of your screen. Now Flowers will switch hips. He'll be on Keenan's left hip here. When they've run this before, it's been a screen play. And did they get a jump? They might have. We'll see what the official call is.
Wow.
And it is going to be offsides, and this should be enough to get the first down.
Oh, my.
What a hard count from Finn Keenan. That is impressive. The second time he's been able to draw the defense offsides, and with that, West G didn't have to run a play. They got the first down.
That might have been the strategy.
Try and draw them offsides. If you don't, maybe just throw a screen pass and trust your athlete to maybe get a few yards or get it. But don't do anything crazy, and tell you what, great job by Keenan. And Coach Rosati trusting his quarterback to make the right call.
There's nothing else more to be said right there. New set of downs.
Katz in that backfield. His 20th carry of the ball game gets him about a yard. So Dagan Katz has been a busy bee tonight. 85 yards on the ground and an injury on the field. Looks like that could possibly be another lineman down. For West Geauga.
Yeah, we're really getting down to it right now. This, man, it's gonna be something here.
But we've seen this the past couple weeks too. Maybe some cramping, some things going on the field, and obviously hoping for the best with this. But again, West G, we can talk about that last play before on the 4th down and 5, or I call it a long 4.5 yards. And phenomenal job by Finn Keenan and company to be able to draw Lakeside offsides. Tough break for the Dragons, trying to get a big stop on defense and give their offense another shot. But AA still 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this ball game. And you mentioned Lakeside still has all 3 of their timeouts, whereas West Geauga only has 1 left.
True, and that's going to be something to really keep track of. Of course, as things go forward, so we'll definitely see.
Let's get number 10, Paul Flowers.
And that's actually Flowers. Yeah, he is going to get up on his own power and walk off the field there. Good to see Paul Flowers be able to get up and get out of the play here and hopefully walk that one off. He's been an impactful player all over. Offense, defense, special teams. And a big loss right now for West G too when you talk about trying to get on the scoreboard again and put them away.
Yeah, and Kyle, the weather is a bit of a concern too because it is a little bit cooler. The players are a lot warmer than fans and broadcasters.
It's humid. It's humid outside.
Man.
Humid.
Man.
I feel that is.
It is actually.
Yeah, Katz is going to get majority of the plays here now. Keenan going to keep it himself and run up the middle. Good run there by Finn Keenan. He breaks through and got about 8.
That was a very commanding, forceful run there by Keenan.
With confidence.
Yeah.
Putting his head down and working his way through.
I love how the offensive line was driving too. Really supporting their quarterback.
So they're going to call that a long 7, so about 33 to go. And on their Lakeside 26-yard line as West G is trying to take some more time off this clock here and get another score on the board already. The highest scoring game of the season for West G. Lakeside's highest scoring game was at 21 points in their week 1 win. So both teams' offense is showing up in this game tonight. And keeper for Keenan, he breaks through and half a yard short, it looks like, at least from the initial spot. We'll see where they actually place the football here.
That's going to be a quick 4th and 1, but you know, Kyle, there's no secret that West G is going to, unless, depending on who, there's pretty much no secret. They're going to go for it. 4th down.
And this would be a long field goal attempt again this night air, over 40 yards. And again, we trust the leg of Addison Cook, but when you're less than a yard from a 1st down, you got to trust the offense. Cats in the backfield with Keenan as well. For all intents and purposes, you could see a possible sneak here, too.
Defensive line can't jump early either.
They stay disciplined, and no, there's some jumping on that left side. We'll see what the call is here, and I believe it's going to be on Lakeside again. Keenan with the 3rd time this game. He has drawn an offsides and a 4th down, and just a tough go about there for the Dragons. They give West Geauga another 1st down.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That's tough, double.
Ball will be marked around.
Credit to the hard count.
It's working.
Credit to the hard count.
We're halfway through the 4th quarter, and West Geauga has been able to keep this drive alive, converting multiple 4th downs because of offsides penalties. They're now right on the edge of the red zone.
But also credit to, when you do the hard counts that well, the offensive line for not jumping either, and the lineman reacted to the defensive player.
Very impressive. Keenan under center, going to turn hand. Cats left side trying to break through. This time, Lakeside reads it well.
Was it taken away?
It's taken away! It's taken away! It's Williams! It's Williams took it! He took it! And he's going to go all the way back! 85 yards! We'll call it a fumble! And Anthony Williams stripped it away!
The play was never ruled dead.
Oh my goodness!
The play was never ruled dead. Let's watch.
Anthony Williams came through.
Whistle.
He took the ball.
There was no whistle.
Oh,
when coaches talk about getting all hats to the football, that's exactly why. A complete change of momentum, and Lakeside has taken the lead.
J. Anthony Williams with his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's caught one, he's ran for one, and now we'll call it a fumble recovery, even though he's told that ball away. 4-6. They're going to try to convert another 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. So far, Lakeside 0 for 2 on the night. Now this is Lakeside's highest scoring game of the season.
And West G just out, getting 11 players on the field.
Ambrose going to look to throw, and no one there, incomplete. What a play, nevertheless. J. Anthony Williams, 85-yard fumble return. We'll call it a fumble. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Yeah. And
that took the ball away.
And that's why, again, we always talk every play about protecting the football, 2 hands on the ball, like really tuck it in and protect it, but that's just strength, just ripping it away. And just think about the course of action too, Kyle. After what you mentioned, 2 straight, giving up 4th downs twice in a row on offsides. And then the very next play,
wow,
you take it away.
That was honestly phenomenal to watch. The ability that J. Anthony Williams has shown. We talked about special teams, the kick return. We talked about on offense, the catch for a touchdown, the rush for a touchdown. Now on defense showing up and just showing the strength and the speed. He still had to run 85 yards after that strip. It's one thing to get the ball away and get the ball, but then the score after doing that when his back was turned into his end zone to turn around and run 85 yards for 6 points.
I don't think he minded that part at all.
No, I think he enjoyed it.
I think he very much enjoyed.
Unbelievable. What a play.
I hope that Williams is going to be on this team, is going to be on Lakeside's track team and running on this track, doing a 4x1. I mean, just if I was a track coach, I would love to coach this kid.
Oh, my goodness.
This is amazing.
I think any coach would love to coach to Anthony Williams right now. The talent that young man possesses is phenomenal. And Bears Spinner Ridges, great way to put it, Coach Hatton. That was an unbelievable play as Lakeside will boot this one off. Looks like Katz is going to get it from his own 25. Here comes Katz turning upfield, solid tackle.
Number 5, Katz on the return for West Geauga.
That time it was big number 77 there. Tristan Westerfield, remember he was handling kickoffs earlier, now he made the big tackle on the kickoff. And West G, well, the good news is despite all that, still only down 1 point.
But we're going to find out. See, Westerfield's limping off a little bit there for Lakeside. We're going to find out, confidence-wise, where's your head at? Where's your head at if you're West G? It was a great job. It was a great drive.
It was.
It was just one mistake.
Yeah, converting those 4th downs, trusting your leader at quarterback and Keenan to be able to make those plays, and Coach Rosati instilling that discipline into his team. But that time, just a great play by Lakeside, and we'll see if the Wolverines can respond. They're on the road. Keenan looking to pass. He's going to throw downfield. He's got a receiver. That ball up. Lay it out over the defender. I'll tell you what.
Keenan's pass is incomplete.
Tried to go for it all there. You ever see an offensive player dive into the defensive player over the top of him to try and make that play? Just a bit of overthrown pass from Keenan, who's been fantastic tonight. But
pass is intended for number 3, Vecchio.
I love the, it's nothing excessive anybody is doing. I love the individual celebrations when you make a big play or you make a big stop. Again, nothing excessive, but football,
Vecchio
celebration.
Dove about 5 or 6 yards over the defender trying to make that catch. Pressure, Keenan gets hit. He's stumbling, stays on his feet, throws. He's got a receiver. Wide open, it's caught. It's caught. Down to the 30 and down inside the 25 and the 22-yard line. Keenan was dead to rights and made the throw to Nasir Levy. Watch this double leg.
And watch how he steps it. Oh, man, yeah, he almost went down. Directly stepping into the throw, knowing he was getting hit. And the receiver just right there, able to make the play.
And what a play by Levy, who just stayed with it. A couple runs earlier. Levy this time as a receiver makes the big play, and that ball's all the way down to the 22-yard line.
And Levy also did a great job holding on to the ball. We've seen every week defenders try to strip the ball away after a big play.
Yeah, we'll call it an almost 50-plus yard gain there. Handoff on the left side, just nowhere to go on the rushing attack. A great job on the recovery from Lakeside. That was Levy again who got the carry.
So we're at about the same part of the field where just minutes ago Williams took the ball away and ran the opposite way to score. So I'm sure there's extra emphasis on holding on to the ball, protecting the football on big runs. When you have a bunch of guys gained up on you, you protect that football with your life.
So great job by Keenan to step up in that pocket to get that initial hit. He was almost sacked. Throw, that ball almost intercepted. That was tight. Coverage, great job there by Thierry Anderson, who almost made that play. And again, 3rd down on the way for West G.
And almost a blink of an eye, West G, with their long possession a little bit ago, were able to get chunk plays on the ground and whatnot. The last 2 plays, basically not getting much traction in the air on the ground.
But remember, this is a 1-point game, 4.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. If you get some yards here, you can trust the kicker to go out.
It's a big spotlight if you have to go to the kicker.
Anderson Cook's already made one tonight. From about almost 30 yards away. Keenan going to roll to his left. Looking. Keenan's got time to pass. All the time in the world. He's going to fake the throw and keep it himself and run out of bounds.
And Keenan decides to
never found the receiver he wanted. And I believe Keenan will actually maybe lose a yard on the play.
But smart, great defense by Lakeside. They handle business on every level.
Yep.
Smart play by Keenan to not force anything. He didn't find anything that he liked. On third down, you live for another down.
And Keenan going to stay out there. No field goal attempt now on 4th and 11 on the 23-yard line. I'd imagine this is right on the edge of the range for Addison Cook, who can drill him. We saw her kicking it from 35, 40 yards in pregame. She has the ability to do it, but Coach Rosati going to trust the offense here. And play blown dead for a moment. And delay game going to be called on West Geauga. Remember, they only have one timeout left. You don't really want to use that here. So 5 yards back further. Now we're out of field goal range for sure, I would imagine. This is on the very far edge.
And to not even have the other 2 timeouts available, because you would have wanted to use it here. And now the defense, Lakeside, they have an opportunity here. This is going to be a tall ask here for Keenan and this offense to go 16 yards.
They need it. Keenan going to step up, throw. He's got a receiver breaking through. Caught! Touchdown! 28 yards! 16 AA. They said, nah, we want about 30.
You have one job. You have one job and keep everything in front of you defensively. That did not happen. Somehow, some way, you left in man coverage there on the outside. Back and forth, West G back on top.
What a catch right there by Charlie Kulik. 28 yards for a touchdown, and it's a 5-point West Geauga lead. Back and forth for the 2nd consecutive week here on CVC TV.
And now, obviously, again, going for 2 to hopefully make it a touchdown difference if you're West G.
Trying to make it 31-24. Keenan with the pass again, stepping up. Keenan looking, gonna roll to his left, gonna throw, back in the end zone, tipped incomplete. Great defense by Lakeside on the edge of the end zone there, and the score is going to remain 29-24. West Geauga, the Wolverines on top by 5. Back and forth we go here at Lakeside High School.
It's only a 5-point game.
Amazing.
What a game, Double.
Amazing. You know, you just think about the big plays, and the big plays are just, this is tough there. You got to keep everything in front of you. It was 4th and 16. You got to keep everything in front of you. But big arm by Keenan, great receiving, great protection too by the offensive line to set up the big play. And West G now back on top. What a football game.
Unbelievable turn of events for West Geauga. On 4th down and 16, a 28-yard touchdown strike from Keenan to Kulik. Another little pooch kick. That one taken immediately. Great job right there from Zion Thomas, the receiver, to catch that ball at the 42 and slide down. That's great field position for Lakeside, who's got 4 minutes and 23 seconds and all 3 of their timeouts to try and get more points on the board.
It feels like, and I'm not out of bounds in saying this, we haven't seen Lakeside on offense in a little while. Because again, you had Williams with the fumble recovery takeaway touchdown. So West G offensively has been on the field for a little while. And now Lakeside with an opportunity to drive.
Back and forth, both these quarterbacks having a fantastic evening. Ambrose with over 185 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Keenan on the other side eclipsed 250 yards and a couple scores, passing with that last big touchdown throw. The passing offense is in full display. We got a lot of running last week, Double A. This week, a lot of balls through the air. Miller in motion. He's going to catch that screen pass. Roll to his right. Miller's got room. Turns upfield. Turning on the Jets. There goes Miller. Past the 40 to the 30. The 20, and he's down at the 17-yard line. We've been waiting all game, and now Devin Miller with a huge play.
Unfortunately, we're going to be waiting some more because it's going to come back.
The flags have been flying all night long. And it's holding against Lakeside all the way back to the line of scrimmage. The flag came in late. We didn't see it. That way, with the eagle eye that he has, found it. And man, a tough break.
That took the air out of the crowd, because you're right. That was a huge run and opportunity.
Design play there for Miller, and just a screen play to try and make some moves with his speed. And instead of a gain of over 40 yards, we're talking about now a loss
First down and about 20.
So about 8 to 10 yards here, depending on where they spot the ball, and they did. So about 8 yards. So it's first down still, but a long way to go for the Dragons. Amber's throwing outside. That one caught by Williams. He gets hit immediately.
Amber's pass complete to number 11. Williams.
Made the catch, but not much there.
Brought down by number 8, Dominic Perros.
Perros crashed in there. Actually, it was 2 defenders that crashed there defensively. Open field tackle for West G.
Small loss on the play.
My goodness, Kyle. I mean, you just think about kind of the strategies here going, and Lakeside is buried here deep.
Now, we've seen big plays from both sides. Nothing beyond any of these guys, and you talk the playmakers that Lakeside has. You can get all this back with one play pretty easily.
And again, that's the key. You're the secondary night right now. You've got to keep everything in front of you.
Delay of game this time on the Dragons. Again, trying to call a play to get out there. Both teams getting flagged for delay of games. Now, the last time this happened, we saw a touchdown pass.
That is true.
It was West Geauga.
Yeah, that is true.
It happened, but
the 26-yard line of Lakeside.
One of the first times tonight, we're going to see number 81, Nick Roach, the junior, check in. He'll actually be at the bottom of your screen here. You're lining up in that tight end spot. Tall junior receiver can make some plays.
A lot of pre-snap activity on both sides.
Ambrose looking, gonna step up. He's got time, he's gonna throw. Got a receiver high, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by West Geauga. It's Kulik again, he turns the corner. Kulik cuts back inside, trying to score, and he's down. A flag comes and lands at the 5. But that interception's gonna count.
There's going to be a few plays here, Kyle, that Lakeside's going to look at and say, maybe we don't need to make that throw.
Tough break for the Dragons. We'll see what that penalty would be. But nevertheless, the interception is going to stand because the flag was well after the play when it initially turned over. So West G may not be at the 5-yard line, but nevertheless, they're going to have possession.
So, yeah, the illegal block. So, like, that's tough. I mean, that was the 2nd and 25, and they tried to get it all back on one play. And
I'll tell you what, there was a receiver open slanting down the field. You saw, obviously, Jackson Huffman had curved in the middle of the field, but just the ball a little bit high.
But that's a tough play. Even though he's up, that's a tough play to make, at that particular moment in time.
Ball placement important. Is Lakeside going to take a timeout? Remember, they had 3, so still 2 remaining. Chance to talk this over on defense, and now we're also not immune to seeing big plays on defense too. J. Anthony Williams had that big strip fumble that he just took out of the hands of West Geauga for 85 yards for a touchdown that got them to where we are right now with 24 points. We'll see what happens on this possession.
Now, that blocking penalty is actually pretty important because if Lakeside can hold West G to a field goal, it's still a one-possession game. So it's still a little bit of an opportunity here. If you're Lakeside, if you could lock in, kind of contain with West G, you figure with the field goal range with West G, they may not be at field goal range now. Maybe the 16 is the fringe.
If you get inside the 20, you've got to feel pretty solid about a chance to put 3 on the board, but it's always still going to make it a one-possession game, 8 points. We've seen that obviously Lakeside has been going for 2 consistently. So I think, honestly, for Coach Rosati, you want to get this ball in the end zone.
Oh, it's
no
clear.
questions asked.
Oh, it's clear. It's clear.
And I think they may go 4-down territory to get it as well because he can take more time off the clock, maybe force Lakeside to take those timeouts too. We'll see what they do. As Keenan back under center. Katz in the backfield will take the handoff, working up the middle. Katz diving down for a gain of about 5-6 yards.
And again, we're going to see if that penalty will make an impact of how this game is called and what happens.
Going to watch the clock here too, AA, as it will continue to run. 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Lakeside still obviously in this game, but West G, if they can get a first down, they can start forcing some of those timeouts to come off the board, and we're talking about some a tough ask
And again, important that, Lakeside had already burned, the first time out, but the other two are going to be important, like you said, if they get the first.
Yeah, they can get a stop here and force 4 downs. It could happen. What a big stop right there by Lakeside. Great tackle on the inside. Bartone got there. Another timeout going to be taken by the Dragons here. So 2:01 to go. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 8 from the 15-yard line.
Crashing down. We're going to see here. Man, this is pretty good though here, because if you're West G, you're going for win number 1. They played well all night. They played a really, really solid football game all night long. And this is just, you've played a tough schedule, and you just hope that, hey, we can close out this game if you're West G. Close out this football game on the road, get this W, and move forward here. But it's 2:01 remaining, not 0-0-0.
Yeah. 29 points for West Geauga tonight. They had a combined 22 total points in 3 weeks coming into this game. So the offense definitely stepping up and putting points on the board. Lakeside, of course, their season high was 21 back in their opening week win. 24 points, their new season high tonight. But is it going to be enough? Right now it's not. They need to get a stop here. 3rd down. Keenan in shotgun. Gonna hand. And no, keep it himself. Keenan gonna work back down to the 10-yard line. So I imagine the last time out should come here. Or do they let the clock run and keep it?
And if you're Lakeside, do not jump.
No,
do not
that's
fall
huge.
for the hard count. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Tell him.
Don't do it.
Say it again.
Don't do it. Because you've done it 3 times, including twice in 1 possession.
LAA 4th and 4 going to come up here, and this very well could be for the ball game.
And you're right, because
now West G does have a timeout left too, so they could take this one. They could run the clock all the way down and then have a chance to talk over what to do. And that's exactly what Coach Rosati is going to do. He'll take that last timeout with 1:18 to go here in the ball game, and this could very well be for the ball game. AA ball's at the 10-yard line. If they decided they wanted to attempt a field goal here, it'd be about a 27-yarder. This is around the same distance that we saw from earlier when Addison Cook knocked that one through and got 3 points on the board. Now, granted, that was all the way back in the first quarter. Still daytime now, a little bit warmer. The ball is less of a rock. Now it's more of a boulder.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But you know what?
And a first down very well could end this game. A couple
pretty
of
much,
and it's
pretty much talking this through. Going for the hard count again. And, hey, if defense makes the mistake again, the game's over.
You got to think as well, too, if you're West Geauga in this situation. Let's say if they don't get the hard count, they don't get any yards in this play, the ball is still down at the 10-yard line.
Correct.
Lakeside has to go almost the full length of the field in roughly a minute with only 1 timeout.
True.
Big ask. Now,
but I think it's obviously clear that you go in with a play in mind.
Yes.
Offensively. Maybe you do say screw it and go for the score here too.
They did it on 4th and 16 the last drive. That's how they got the lead.
Don't jump if you're Lakeside.
Now trying to draw offside. He'll take the snap. Looking. Going to roll to his left. He's got room. Keenan going to fake and run. He's going to turn the corner. He's going to get the first down. Big run from Finn Keenan. He ran out of bounds to stop the clock, but it doesn't matter. A huge first down and a couple of kneel downs should end this ball game.
Yeah, there it is right there. And excellent play call. And Keenan identifying, hey, look, open path on the outside on the left side or top of the screen from what you guys are seeing. And they did the job. He did the job, and the offensive line did the job.
Now, Lakeside has 1 timeout. They can stop the clock 1 time, but again, if you kneel down 3 times, I believe it should be close to, if not the game.
Well, the play clock in high school football, and they don't have it displayed out here tonight, but the play clock, I believe, was, 35 or 40 seconds?
Should be about 40 seconds, I believe. And that's a Keenan up the middle, going to keep it for the scramble himself. And did he get in for the touchdown? He did!
Wow.
So no kneel, none of that. Keenan just runs it in. He puts his head down. I think Lakeside was expecting a kneel down. and Keenan just runs in for 6.
Yeah, he did. You almost think, like, wait a minute. First off, anybody who scores a touchdown, that's a great deal. That's obviously a great deal. You worry a little bit about the clock, but, hey, you know what?
Now you don't, because double-A touchdown makes it an 11-point game here. I imagine the extra point attempt will come in this situation because it already is a 2-score game. And we are going to see Addison Cook one more time attempt another extra point.
And this would force like 2 touchdowns if this extra point goes through.
This will require a lot of legwork as the extra point is up, and it is good. Cook puts it through. 3 for 3 on extra points tonight. She's got a made field goal, and West Geauga now owns a 12-point lead, 36-24 with a 1:05 to go here in the ball game. We thought maybe, hey, play it safe, couple kneel downs, run out the clock. Coach Rosati says, no, we want to win this game right now. Let's put 6 more points on the board. They did just that, double-A.
Well, great job by West G. There's still 65 seconds left in the game. There's a risk of scoring in that way because they really didn't have to. So maybe Lakeside has a couple tricks up their sleeve. If we notice, the kick return team is lined up a tad bit more deep than normal, but I wonder here if West G is going to act. They'll probably pooch it again. It's been consistent all game.
Keep it away from Williams and Miller back there, who are chomping at the bit. Look at Williams kind of like motioning. Go on, kick it to us. As that ball is going to tail out of bounds, so no time off the clock. Penalty out. Obviously, the flag will move the ball to at least the 35-yard line. So good starting field position, and we've seen some huge plays from both offenses tonight. Nothing out of question at this point, double-A.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to say this. This is not, you don't need to beat traffic because this is still, still pressure cooker time here. West G, because they scored defensively, you still need to align where you need to go. If you're the safeties, nothing gets behind you. Nothing gets behind. It's clear, Lakeside's going to go for the big play right now.
Watch the top of your screen. Couple receiver with 15 yards of space at the top. Amber's looking. He's feeling the pressure. He's going to get chalk, and he's going to get brought down. Trying to buy his time there. A host of West Geauga defenders, including number 11, Jason Renner, the senior, able to get inside and make the stop at the end. One of 3 different Wolverines inside, and the clock continues to tick away.
A little surprised that they didn't call the timeout immediately after that play. But up top, there was a bit of an opportunity. The linebacker did not drop back for West G. Katz, he didn't drop back, number 5. So there was a man-to-man opportunity up top, but the pressure, it was too late.
And now stacked here. 3 wide receivers in tight. It's going to be a fake handoff. Amber's looking to throw to the outside. It is almost brought in by Williams, one-handed. Trying to get him in space. 18 seconds to go, a 12-point game, and this is tough time, double-A. Remember last year the final score was 35-21. West Geauga won that game. Today 36-24.
I wonder if Williams would have caught the ball though, where it was placed.
Well,
he would.
You know what? Honestly, we shouldn't say anything about that because he's taken some impossible angles and went about 70, 80 yards plus.
I wonder though, because of the placement of the defenders, if he would have been able to get out of bounds in time.
He may have just tried to score a touchdown. You never know at this point. Oh, Harkow getting maybe West G to jump here. I don't know.
Penalty on the field. It'll be offsides on
The game of hard counts, double-A. We've seen 4 offsides calls.
I think that was a hard clap there.
So 5 yards back after that sack that Ambers took. 18 seconds to go. And again, hey, still listen, nothing's over yet. If the speed of these guys, we know they can get out there and score inside 18 seconds, then onside kick, anything's possible.
It's going to be key here. Watch how these linebackers defend.
Quick pass out. And brought down at the 39-yard line was the kick there by Thomas. Looks like Coach Hedden is going to let the clock roll down, and that should be the end of the ball game, folks. Your final score here at Lakeside High School, 36-24. The West Geauga Wolverines get their first win of the season. They improved to 1-3. Lakeside, tough loss. They fall to 1-3 here on CVC TV. Double A, your final thoughts on the game tonight?
West G, great win for them from start to finish. They had to overcome some adversity. Lakeside with big play abilities. But I'll tell you what, every time you watch Finn Keenum compete, every year he improves, and his pocket presence really, really special. And, he and the rest of the offense did a great job defensively when called upon. They got the turnovers that they needed, the takeaways that they needed, and handled business. Congrats to West G. I know it's tough to be 0-3, but you're winless no more. Got that W on the board.
When you have that kind of talent on both sides, it's very difficult, obviously, to keep losing like that. Both these teams obviously trending in a good direction. Lakeside, just tough breaks tonight on the defensive end, of course. Offensively looked fantastic, and West Geauga finally breaking through that offense, having a breakout game. That is why Finn Keenan is also, again, our CVC TV player of the game. What a night for him. Over 250 yards through the air, had over 30 yards on the ground, and 3 total touchdowns, no turnovers, and 1 player of the game award. Honorable mention, though, to G. Anthony Williams for what a game he had.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, of course, 1 catch, 1 rush, 1 defensive strip fumble for an 85-yard return touchdown. What a game from both sides. Double A next week, doubleheader again. A couple games for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be over at Lutheran West, Rocky River, Fairview Park area, of course. Matchup between Madison and Lutheran West. Then the next night, Saturday, the 21st, Cardinal at Trinity. So 2 games coming up next week for you guys here on CVC TV. Double A, final thoughts before we send everyone home tonight.
For Lakeside, I thought they played a really, really good football game as well. There's a couple of plays where they left points off the board. A couple of plays where, hey, if they went for the big home run, but ultimately led to a turnover. But they have talent on their team. They just got to keep at it, keep good attitude, and really, really get after it, because their schedule, oh boy, next week, you're Lakeside. They got Hawken next week.
Oh boy.
So Hawken and then Madison. So a couple of tough matchups coming up. Meanwhile, West Geauga, they got Edgewood. So they're going for the Ashtabula sweep next week.
The old Ashtabula sweep.
The Ashtabula sweep. That's what they're going for. But Lakeside, keep positive attitude. Both teams came in with records that they didn't like. Keep the positive attitude. Win, lose, or draw. Enjoy the weekend. Have another great week of practice. Get after it again next week.
Again, final score one more time. West Geauga 36, Lakeside 24 here on CVC TV. I want to thank all of our sponsors for the night: the Ohio Center for Oral Facial and Implant Surgery, Alpha Animal Removal, Taz Tree Service, Sewer Cleaning Company, RNC Fence, Air Quality Control, Heating and Cooling, Greeny's Sports Cards, Woodlake Realty, Hobby Motorsports, and the Ohio Media School. And most importantly, I want to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. One more time, the final, 36-24. West Geauga gets the win here on CVC TV. Have a great night and a safe weekend, folks.
He shoots, he scores!
Think you have what it takes to be a sports broadcaster if you have a passion for sports. Ohio Media School can train you in just 8 short months to be an announcer, host, radio personality, and so much more. Get paid to talk sports. Flexible class schedule, hands-on training, and financial aid for those who qualify. Start your career now by visiting us online at beonair.com or call 3-112-884-8000.
Have you ever had an unwanted guest? No, not your ex, not your neighbor. I'm talking about an animal that belongs outside that you find inside your home. Well, guess what? Alpha Animal Removal will take care of all of that for you. From trapping and removal to animal damage repair to prevention screening and more. Alpha Animal Removal will ensure your unwelcome guest stays out. So the next time you need to trap or remove your unwanted wildlife guest, go to alpha-animal-removal.com.